We live on me. Live on you.
Wrong, man.
Live on both. Duke, you loud. You loud.
What up? What up?
Oh, man. Yeah, man. I got to sit up for this. Nah, I'm good.
It's the holiday episode.
Yeah, I'm right here.
That's the holiday episode.
Look at my shirt.
Hey, oh, shit.
Christmas
Yeah.
down.
I hear look like somebody daddy.
You know what I'm saying? You get mad when you show up.
That's not gonna hang on
You know
that,
what
man.
he doing here.
What are you doing here?
Ain't you gonna say your own
Bartholomew.
That's Uncle B.
What the hell?
Gonna say Uncle B.
No.
I hate that nigga.
As they call me on the West Coast.
Hey, we lit out here, man. Old heads, man. Yeah, buddy. Episode 32, man. You already know. It's a great day to be alive, man. How y'all doing, man, out there? Old heads, episode 32. If you don't know, if you haven't been following the page this week, it's the Hendo Bowl. It's the Hendo Bowl. If you don't know what that is, this is our co-host, man, Hendo. This is everything he like. The top 5 hardest hitters in the NFL of all time. Who would have had the better career? Johnny Knox or Mike Brown? Who's the better pass rusher? Julius Peppers or Michael Strahan? It's the Hendo Bowl, man. As you see, man, we're in the Christmas spirits. We got the lights, man. We got the, over 21 beverages going on, flowing. So, hey, it's a good day, man. Great day to be alive. Old Heads, episode 32, coming from the basement, man. You already know what it is. If you don't know, I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Episode 32, it's the Hendo Bowl. I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves. Let's get it in, man.
Man, Hendo, man. It's the Hendo Bowl, man. I don't know what I'm saying, man.
Absolutely.
If you ever see me in Philly, French Low. That's only if you ever see me in Philly. I'm gonna look up too, like,
Boy B.I., man. The boy Bills, man. Ain't nothing too happy holiday to you and yours.
Yes, sir.
Just like that. Man, just like that, man. I'm in the building once again, man. Chilling with the bros, chilling with the guys. And, man, anytime I get to chop it up about some sports, man, you already know where I'm coming, man. It's your boy, Detroit Manuel, straight from Not Your Ordinary DJ Radio Show. You can find me on Bump That Radio app, Instagram, Detroit Manuel, Facebook, Detroit Manuel. Matter of fact, Snapchat, Green Television 2 if you need a deeper experience of what Not Your Ordinary means. But, man, I'm just happy to be here, man, so I appreciate y'all.
That's what's
Let me
up.
come through, man. For real, hey, anytime they ask me on accident, I'm coming. They insinuate. I do like,
that nigga named Corey.
Nah, they need to know before me, man. They need to know before me. That's all love.
Oh man, it's all love, man. It's always happy when you come in. I see you got the Vikings on. Trust me, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, man. But first we gotta talk about the Packers, man. They did have another big win. What do you guys feel about the Packers? Do you guys think they're gonna make the playoffs? And if they do, now they do have to win out. Now, if they do make the playoffs, is there a team you think they can beat in the playoffs if they make it to the playoffs? Right now, they have about a 10% chance to make the playoffs as of right now if they win out.
They ain't going nowhere.
Mm.
They ain't going nowhere. Hey, they dreams in tomorrow in Miami.
Oh, wow.
They in Miami. Miami is what they tied with the Chargers. And the Chargers beat them head to head. So, Miami still got something to go, play for tomorrow.
Ooh,
And,
ooh,
it's going to be a wrap.
ooh.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a wrap. So, Packers need to win their last 2 games, and some other crap happens. All those dreams are over. Yeah. Oh,
You gotta go see them.
Yeah, exactly. By then, it'll be over. No pressure on the Packers. They'll already be out of the playoff.
Oh, wow.
If they did go, they could beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, though.
Ooh.
That's the only team they could beat, I think.
Oh, okay.
Man, y'all talking
Okay.
about this things early.
Who you talking about? You think the Packers got a chance to make the playoffs?
5 or 6.
No, need I mind you, we're all
Neutral.
you already know who he's a fan of. We're all Bear fans
off the
here,
clock.
so.
I
But
think-
we're still gonna keep it real
Off
with
the
y'all.
clock, man.
Packers got a real chance to make the playoffs. The Lions, I don't really see the Lions putting up a big fight, but they're going to play them hard. But I don't know by the time they play the Vikings if the Vikings are going to want to put out their full roster. By the time they have to see the Packers, they might be sitting some people. And that's real because they're already playoff bound. I don't understand why you would push the limit if you can beat them. But at the same time, the Vikings if the Packers happen to beat Miami and they happen to slide, the Vikings, it's on the Vikings to do what they got to do to keep them out. And how they take that game is on the Vikings. Now, if they want to sit back, now the only reason I say this is because I've seen teams and I've seen the Vikings do it before. They can be like, you know what? We ain't gonna do it. We gonna sit Jefferson. We're going to sit Cook. We're going to sit a couple guys. We're going to sit our tight end. And, we might let them slide, and we'll catch them fully healthy.
Might let them slide.
But we'll catch them on our terms, though. We'll catch them on our terms because that's who they'll have to see for the NFC. So it's all on how the Vikings perceive how hard they want to play them. If they want to sit their guys and rest them and play a smart playoff game, I can see that. But if they want to keep them out because they want to get rid of them, they can do it. But it's all in between the Dolphins and the Vikings. I don't see the Lions doing much. I'm sorry. I know they're playing good, but they have to go to Lambeau, and I don't think they have to do well.
They just got spanked by the Panthers.
They lost today.
Yeah,
they a horrible loss at that. But sometimes, like I said, good teams don't lose back to back, and they're trying to be a good team, and they could do it. They could do it, but I don't have a lot of faith because I see the bloodthirst in Rodgers' eyes right now, and he's going to do whatever it takes. And I don't know if they got it all over there, but he's going to put it on his behalf to do whatever it takes on his terms.
For sure.
You think the Packers got a chance, bro?
Man, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I hate to even speak on Packer business. I'm be real honest with y'all. But just because y'all my mans and them, 100 grand.
He said I hate to speak on
from the land.
Yeah.
Love y'all to the last breath.
Right.
I'm going to do it for y'all.
Right, I appreciate it.
All right. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I think Aaron Rodgers is just throwing his season. I think he's playing a different game.
I feel like this dude.
And I ain't being conspiracy theory. I'm just throwing that out there. Like his care is at all-time low.
So you about to throw this game?
He's doing more podcasts and TV shows than completions.
Damn.
That boy. Hot.
I can't be mad at him.
I'm just
Damn.
and I'm not hating.
He hot.
But I know
Damn.
his
That boy hot as hell.
I'm just letting you know, man. He looked like he's a little sedated.
Wow.
But if you want me to speak on footballism and say how the game go, y'all right. I want to piggyback off what he's saying.
Yeah.
If the Vikings had a chance to do something with a statement against the Packers at Lambeau, we're gonna take the opportunity head on. And anybody that's hungry to have that moment, we ain't resting nobody. We ain't had no injury scares.
Right.
We just had miscommunications.
Right.
So we need to play mode together.
That's how I feel.
Don't take nobody out.
Man.
Let's get it tight and get it right before we do or die. So
Make
that's
it
just me being,
Make it a statement game.
man, it's a statement game. We're going to come beat you at Lambeau in the cold. No sleeves.
Now, is that the last?
Mandatory
the
no
Vikings.
sleeves.
The Vikings' last game of the season is against the Packers,
Anybody
right?
wearing no damn sleeves.
Is that the last game of the season?
No, that would be January 2nd, January 1st.
So
Yeah,
that's
the last game
January
should be
1st.
Vikings Bears.
Vikings.
Yeah,
Bears,
January
right,
1st.
right.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
I think that's the very last game.
But like I said, Aaron Rodgers to me, I'm not discrediting him as an individual. I'm really looking at him like, hey, you ain't trying that much. To me, you ain't trying that much. So.
Do I think the Packers could make it into the playoffs? I absolutely do. I think a lot of people forget the year they won the Super Bowl. They were, I think they went in
snuck
as
in?
a sixth
back
seed.
there.
You know what I'm saying? And they kind of snuck in. So I think
Have they won 3 in a row this year?
I don't believe
That's
so.
not what I-
But
that's what I wanna know that.
those wide receivers are definitely clicking for them. They definitely look like they have a number one in Watson. And I think the one team that they can beat if they get into the playoffs is the Cowboys. Aaron Rodgers is actually 8-2 against the Cowboys, and he's 3-0 in Dallas against the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys is a team that plays down to that competition.
Atlanta.
They play down to their competition, and I mean,
And it's more meaningful play. Like I said, piggyback what you saying. If Aaron Rodgers got to the Cowboys, maybe he'd shape up and ship right and be like, yo, we serious now, y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you serious? I'm serious too right now. Come on.
I mean,
don't know.
the Packers can be dangerous. I mean, do I think they'll make the playoffs? I don't think so this year, but I don't think things are as bad
For sure.
as people make it seem because even now they still have a top 10 pick, and then they have them going out getting I think it was a 6'4" wide receiver out of TCU, Quentin Nelson, I believe.
And they
Something
might
like
not
that.
have Aaron Rodgers next year.
They might or might not.
I don't think he's.
I mean, honestly,
he already got the money.
honestly, bro,
What else can he do?
to keep that shit a buck. Shit, Detroit,
He got the money.
honestly,
Secured.
Detroit really ain't shit. Vikings, fuck them niggas. I don't fuck with them niggas. Packers ain't shit. It's
Damn.
Bears all day. Fields.
That's
This
why
nigga
everybody-
finna go for 1,000
Shut up.
million. You see, I threw that in there.
He said 1,000 million yards.
Yeah, I was looking for that button. Ain't no damn buttons on this side. It's all good. Y'all better get some buttons on this side. I want some buttons on the side.
Ain't that what the buttons on the
Hey, I'm used to it, man.
Oh no,
man.
man, Vikings. What's scary about the Vikings is, bro. How about
That was
they
my
had the
question to y'all,
largest?
too. Give me
They
your
had the
honest opinion.
largest. How did you feel watching that game
Okay, I answer.
and the Vikings having the largest comeback in NFL history?
We gonna do
man?
that right now?
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
man.
Come on, man.
Cause then people look at me like I'm speaking as a
No, man,
diplomatic.
we gotta hit. Like,
patriotic.
how did that feel?
And
as
I am.
as a Viking
I
fan
can't.
sitting there watching. Now, what was the score at halftime?
Shit, 33 to
Yeah.
0, man. Them niggas came back like 30 some odd points.
It was-
man.
We
Y'all didn't-
scored to the third quarter.
That was
One
one of
man
the
left.
stupidest games I've ever
Well,
seen in my
that's-
life, man. I don't know how the defense give up the booty and everybody blame Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
No, I get it. No, I get it.
Yeah.
But listen, the staple of the NFL, if your team scored 21 points, it's
Sure.
usually the first to 21,
This
you
must be
usually
real.
win that game. That's usually how it goes. 60% of games will go like that, first to 21. If you put up 28 points,
At least
you should have
21.
won that game. If your defense does its job, it gets at least a turnover or two, or it gets some 3 and outs, you should win that game. These motherfuckers put up 33 points. By all then, they should have had that damn game. But even with all the 3 and outs Matt Ryan could have, that defense gave up 30 points.
It took defense points.
Now, if I told you my defense gave up 30 points, you'd be like, man, you lost that game. And that's the damn truth. I'm just saying. But how does both defenses give up 30 points? And they do. I ain't hating on them. That's a great game. I'm just
No
saying.
hate zone.
But how do you blame Matt Ryan for that?
That's true.
Everybody blames Matt Ryan. Super Bowl, Matt Ryan, that game was different than this game that we're talking
It was
about.
turned up Atlanta. They,
That was different. But how do you blame him for this? Everybody's looking at Matt
They're
Ryan.
supposed to beat Brady.
Matt Ryan's.
He lost.
How do you blame him?
They should have ran that
But-
ball more. They just kept throwing the ball for no reason.
That's different. That was different management. But how do you blame him for a 33 or 30-some point comeback that he has nothing to do? He's a quarterback. Everybody's putting his stats up there and shit like he's on the defense.
Without his
You need to
starting
highlight
running
the
back.
corners. Who's
Jonathan
getting
Taylor
burnt.
was hurt.
That's true.
Jonathan Taylor was hurt.
That's
Not a
true.
starting running back.
I'm just
So you
saying.
blame that he ain't throw the passes. I'm gonna say it like this, man.
You already put
Just
up
like college
33 points,
basketball,
though.
you know when the number one plays a no-namer. You know what I'm saying? That no-namer gives the maximum effort. They come out on fire. They hit every three. They're making every right pass. They're so focused on defense. They're giving all they got that first half. But that number one always in the second half. You know what I'm saying? They buckle down like it's almost like a boxing or whatever. When somebody come out in the first round throwing haymakers and you tire yourself out,
Right.
you giving too much out. So what I thought about the Indianapolis Colts, I ain't gonna lie, I thought we was trash. I ain't gonna lie. Jeff Saturday, new coach, new system, they new energy, which it can happen. But like I say, it was something that I didn't. And to be honest, I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
I would shout out to Hope Restores Black Leadership, Black Student Leadership Program organization. I had the hip hop breakfast with Santa, Boys and Girls Club. We was over there turning up for the kids and
that was dope.
So I honestly didn't want to do two things at once because, like I said, when I rep and watch the game, I'm watching and I miss
got you.
playing music,
Right.
talking, and doing my job.
I
Basically.
got you. Yeah.
So by the time I tuned in, we still ain't scored. You know what I'm saying? So for me alone, it was a shift. I think it was a shift third quarter. You know what I'm saying? Just how they picked it up or whatever. You can see the Indianapolis coach was gassed. You know what I'm saying? Caught him lacking. Caught him trying to get some breath, if you want to say it in the such. You know what I'm saying? Like, we getting off the field again, if you understand, 3 and outs, like you said, man, right? 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Boy, them motherfuckers tired. And we got fast scores on some of them joints.
Right.
So when I tuned in, still at the event, shout out to the event. But when I tuned in, I had to put it on my phone because it was 30 to 14 or something. Quick scores. When you see quick scores in football, you like, somebody tired. Somebody getting
That's
beat.
true.
Somebody ain't as hard as they was in the first quarter.
Mm.
So that's all I see, man. Honestly, not true. So shout out to Minnesota Vikings, man.
Man,
If
shout out
can't nobody do it, I knew
Minnesota
we
Vikings, man.
do things because we looking for Netflix special. Netflix come holler at me. I documented like Morgan Freeman. Hey, look, we'll do it, man.
Looking for a Netflix.
We'll do it like Billy D. Williams.
Hell
Put
no.
a slash in my head.
That's
No, for sure.
hey, shout out,
man.
shout out Minnesota Vikings. That was super dope, man.
Super dope, man.
Largest comeback ever, man.
Didn't even know it was the largest comeback, but
Yeah,
Nigga,
largest.
nobody's
it
ever
was
gave
no
30
defensive
some points
points.
back,
It was
man.
all 5 touchdowns. Everybody aged. The third string wide receiver was the one that had the most yards.
You
the-
need
the
to
one
give
that
a
was
shout
making the
out
most
to the
impact.
goddamn Indianapolis Colts defensive coordinator because they let y'all niggas slide.
Oh,
Dennis Green
wow.
voice, we let him off the
I
hook.
can't take that.
Oh, wow.
We had
Take
him.
that.
We had him. We let him off the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, we let him off the hook.
We let him off the motherfucker.
All right, who we talking about?
Man,
That was a deep one. That was one of my favorite Bears games.
yeah, that shit was dope.
I just say with the Vikings, man.
That was a big comeback
you gotta
for the Bears.
respect
That was one of my biggest
Kevin
targets.
O'Connell. Kevin McConnell.
Yeah, facts.
He's a wizard, man. And the new GM. Shout out to the new GM. Got his autograph. Ooh.
That's
But
right.
like man, holding it down.
Yeah.
Found a scientist and dissecting stuff and thinking different. You know what I'm saying? He got different routes out there right now.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Man, it's real. So shout out to them,
That's
man. It's
dope.
real.
Talking about another Kevin, man. I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. Kevin Durant, man, the Nets.
When they
They're
play.
right now. They're playing really, really well. They're on an 8-game winning streak. As of right now, they just actually beat the Bucks Friday
Man, it's the holidays.
by 18. They beat the Bucks. Kyrie's averaging 25.8 on the year, shooting 48% from the field. KD's averaging 29.9, along to go with 1.6 blocks, which is actually right now that will be the second most he's averaging for his career for.
Kevin Durant?
Yeah, 1.6 blocks. And that's it on the 8-game winning streak.
That's that thing.
What do you guys feel about Brooklyn? You think they can sustain this or keep it going, or how y'all feel about that?
I feel like they playing like they supposed to be playing. This is the Brooklyn team that we thought was gonna happen 2 years ago.
Ooh.
This is the Brooklyn team that we've been waiting for
Even
to
2
see
years ago?
when he got
Without
there.
the other
When
pieces?
he got there, this is what we expected
He was
from
the
them.
first one out.
We expected them,
They wanted
we
him
expected
first.
those two
Yeah.
pieces
Then
to
they
get
wanted
instant
everybody.
splash. We didn't give a fuck about Harden and what he was talking
Right,
about.
yeah.
We expected
Nobody else
Durant
battered at one
and
point.
Kyrie to do exactly what the fuck they do, and this is what they doing.
Touche, brother.
And you get them some complementary pieces that they can work within a system that they good. I think they really got the real problem out of there, and now they're actually a cohesive team. They got Nash out of there.
Ooh, don't do Nash like that.
Well, it just looks like the common denominator. As soon as he leaves, they start doing good.
No, but
I'm just saying. I'm not saying Dog's a
Could be
bad
bad.
dude, but I don't think the way he was coaching, his philosophy was effective with them too. For them, and when other players see like
Could be right.
the 2 stars, like not really giving a fuck, they're not going to apply neither. Like, damn, Kyrie ain't listening to him. Neither is KD. Shit, I'm just going here to do layups then. All right, man. They're not going to listen.
Kyrie turned to
But
philosophy.
now they respecting. And now they getting that ball going, and now they're actually a glue team. And I think this is when people start giving the Nets the respect they've been due. But they've always had that, but we just held them to higher standards, I think, because they had KD, Kyrie, and some of the best players in their positions. You know what I'm saying? So we hold them to a higher caliber. You know, that'd be like having Mike and Barkley on the same team. You gonna hold them to the highest caliber? Like, y'all better not miss shit. Like, I'm just saying, together. But this is how they supposed to be. Will this sustain? I would say yes, but it's all due to how healthy they can stay. Because if they keep playing it, every net game, with the exception of one, has been 100-point games. That means these guys are putting up 100-point
They
games.
balling.
And then the game they put up damn near 90 and a half.
Yeah, they balling.
Who puts up 90 points at half?
They balling.
They did just put up.
They bucket getters.
At halftime, the halftime score was 90-40 at half. That's in-game scores, my guy.
Yeah, they bucket getters right now.
Yeah, it's going up.
So I expected them to do this, and this is where they should be. Can this be sustainable? Yes, due to health, but I think they're going to need a few more pieces that they want to be deep in the playoffs.
Well, that's
Just
what I
a
was
few
gonna say.
more.
They got some no-namers that's making some noise, which I seen recently. You know what I'm saying? Like Claxton.
He's always been mediocre though.
But
He's never been shitty. He's
Last
good.
night
He's on the
he
verge
was-
of getting
Somebody
better.
told him be at the right spot.
KD.
He's catching.
Yeah.
KD.
Catching.
Yeah.
He's catching.
He feel me up.
Man, they'd have been so cold with James Harden. That dude,
Cold.
James Harden had 20 points and 2
Mhm.
assists last
Oh no, we talking about the Nets.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Oh.
You good, y'all? They just keep fucking
This
up
is
with the teams,
like I was
man.
young.
I used to love that
We'll get to
Oklahoma
that
City
later.
team.
That wasn't nice.
Yeah,
man.
but
He
yeah,
did have a
man.
2020 game. Shout out James Harden.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 2020 last night. Might have been a triple double team.
Yeah,
Man.
Well, that's the
Well,
Sixers
well,
now. That's a whole nother conversation.
But, yeah, same point in time though, man. Them Nets, they hard,
Nets,
man.
dog.
They hard. I'm
Nets.
just saying that.
Name a no-namer then.
They struggle.
What you seen?
They got
They
Steph
struggle
Curry.
with hard
They
playoff
got-
Well,
teams.
not, I'm talking
though.
about no-namer, man.
Nah,
They
man,
struggle
got
with
some
somebody you
players
seen
on
that was
They
out there
struggle with the
getting there.
Celtics. They struggle with the Bucks.
But now
They
the
struggle
Celtics
with the
struggling
Heat.
a little bit more.
They
too.
They have,
Bruce
but
Bowen.
they
So,
struggle with
yeah,
the real playoff teams. I see that they've taken some L's.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they taken a lot, but
Yeah.
the teams that they're going
That
to face in the playoffs,
That matters.
they've struggled
That's why I got Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Right now is the best team in the league.
Whoa.
over the Bucks
Yeah.
Whoa.
and the Cavs.
Maybe the Bucks,
start
but the Bucks right now without Chris Middleton,
76?
they
But the
look
Without
Cavs
Chris
are-
Middleton.
Huh?
The Cavs are
Yeah,
grooving.
the Cavs are dope.
I can't put.
I wish y'all
only
would've
motherfucker
doing
look
the
over there
The
is
Cavs team
Bucks
has
put in
enjoyed
work.
it.
Bucks,
Yeah.
Cavs. To me,
Work.
Bucks, Cavs, Knicks on the rise. But you know,
Darius
then you get Atlanta and the
Philly
Heat
is beating a lot
Philly.
of quality opponents.
that they have.
They beating a lot of
That
good
they
teams.
have.
You know what I'm saying? That's what messed me up last night when they beat the Clippers.
Right.
Clippers just had a nice win a couple nights ago, but
Name-
they kind of forgave you
Name
too
a
really up and
no-name on
down.
the Nets.
But
'Cause
Everybody.
they've been in. They've been getting in.
they got players, man.
Like the Bowen guy.
that
What's the
system
Bowen
now.
first dude that's on the
They got a squad. They
Yeah.
just, I just think they
Oh,
just
he-
need a
he-
couple
they got a
more
squad,
solid
man.
pieces.
Yeah,
Like I don't know, if they got to dap into like
Bruce
free agent.
Brown.
Yeah,
That's how. Bowen.
they dap into that free agency a little bit. They grab some solid pieces. I think they can sew up some things.
Yeah.
You don't even
I
see
think
Harris
the
no more.
Nets-
Where Harris at?
The Nets are
Yeah, I
definitely
don't know.
pushing it to be like they definitely title contender. They're
What
a
about
title
Ben
contender
Simmons?
team
Give me your thought on Ben
right now,
Simmons.
but if they stick together, like
He's not having
Lord
a
knows
season
what
I
happened
think he
with
should
them,
be
man.
having.
But is he getting comfortable?
I think-
I feel like about possibly his numbers aren't showing.
I don't
He's
think
out
he
to
flourishes right now until he gets in there and gets that groove. Talk to me more about after All-Star break. Then we talk about Ben Simmons.
defensively,
I'm
he's
telling
starting
you,
to show
after
up a little bit more.
after All-Star break,
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, he's sweating dudes that ain't even his
Like, he doing
guy,
that much.
trying to
He
run
plays
him
for D.
down. Then he,
On the biggest
and I said this, and I
Yeah.
said
Place
this
to be.
too. Imagine Ben Simmons don't focus on no offense and just focus on being a defensive monster.
Yeah,
And he
that helps
literally
their team.
has the build, the ability, and all the health and stuff right here to be a
He
defensive
helps their team.
goblin
It's crazy.
at that
to see
position because look at where he's at. Shooting guards, point guard position. Not too many people could shoot over him. Not too many people could drive by him. If he just focus on defense, take that offense completely out of his mind, just focus on defense, he can be nasty.
And
I
on
blame
offense,
Philly
he's a hell
for
of a
Ben Simmons.
facilitator, and he good.
Over
Somebody got to take the blame.
Blame him for being
Philly.
too soft and emotional
Markel Fultz,
sometimes.
somebody got to take the blame. And for Ben Simmons, guess what I'm saying? Ben Simmons. You know why? He kept telling that boy he was a point guard when he played. He could have played wherever
Oh, he
position
is,
he
he
wanted.
is. But you got to ride
So
with
you
that
should have
man.
did with that
Yeah,
from the
point
beginning.
guard.
You got to ride with him a little
LeBron
bit. I
That was
felt
LeBron
You-
James.
you-
problem
Just
his
because he
whole
pulled,
career. He should've been
what other
point
white man
guard.
can't dunk? Just because you put a couple passes out your ass. Come on, man, tell the truth. Because you know me.
he has the,
But
he
the
has-
sun
he has
shines on the dog
He
ass.
has the
No, what? I
natural,
forgot what
physical
Billy
ability
Hall.
to do that. You know what he lacks?
That's my
Confidence
Yeah,
and heart.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
They
because
told
he-
him that too much.
But
He
he got to
can
be
play
one of the
anything, though.
So
But he got to be
ass
one of the
down on
softest
block.
point guards I know though.
Stop trying to grab the
He,
ball.
he lacks confidence and heart. If he had the same heart and tenacity as some of these guys coming in, I think he just play a little harder. That's all.
I don't question.
Something in Philly fucked him up.
I don't question.
He's not
it.
just a
I don't
point guard.
question his heart.
They wanted to build
I
around
don't
Ben
question
Simmons
his
at one
heart.
point.
And the
You don't make first team all defense. And you don't have heart.
And the only reason I question his heart, the
the
only reason I question his heart is because I watched that practice when he came back and he was in there running around and the coach told him like, man, just go on and get up out of here. He was in there playing defense like this. Like if you would have seen how he was playing defense, he's like, man, is this a joke? Like is this like what's going on?
That's
Like they have footage of this shit. That's why I question his heart. I never questioned it until I seen that because that showed me he was fully healthy and was just running through. They kicked him out of practice because he wasn't running 100%. How many brothers that you know in his position get kicked out of practice for not running 100%?
One playing.
We don't.
Heart. You don't give a fuck about the 76ers. You don't
he
give a
didn't
that.
play
And then when they booed you in the playoffs, if you pass it, when you should have dunked all over that little dude, they booed you. You didn't feel incomplete. There's your heart.
Yeah.
You got a busted confidence. Some people have that. Look at Roy Hibbert. Busted confidence. Once LeBron and them.
Trash to begin with.
No, when they played Cleveland, when in Indiana, when it was him. No, hell no. Nope, I can't say that. They ran them to a 7-game series with the Cleveland. It was Cleveland and the Pacers.
And the biggest trees in the world.
David
Gordon
West,
Hayward and
Paul George.
Tough ass David West. Yeah.
I'm telling you, they couldn't beat them.
They had tall
Well,
and tough.
hey, but once they lost
Tall and tough
LeBron,
like Memphis. You know,
they
Memphis,
found out
they
somebody
never
was
been
hopping on his
superstar,
girlfriend.
They made it deep.
And then they found out somebody was hopping on his girlfriend. I think Paul George was hopping on his girlfriend. He left out to the Lakers. And you never heard of him again.
Yeah, it was
I don't want to get off the topic.
people.
I get it.
Jump back on topic, but Ben Simmons, it's a psychological thing.
That's what I said.
You feel what I'm saying?
He ain't got the heart.
It could be hard. It could be whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is Philly fucked him up. They made him a point guard when he should have played 1 through 5.
I agree.
Just put him on, give him the freedom to do it.
I think they made him
Don't
focus.
keep throwing the ball in his hands like he gonna cross. Spin.
But you made him too much of an offensive focal when he's not
He's not a
that.
point guard.
He's not an offensive focal. He's
get
a
in the game.
two-way.
I know how to get in the game.
He could be a real good
I'm
two-way.
over 30.
I can look at him like that. He could be a good two-way. He's long enough to defend well. He's athletic enough. He can stay in front of people. I think they made him focus too much on offense. That's why they were happy when they got James Harden for that, because they wanted somebody they can dump the offensive load onto more than Embiid, because Embiid kept getting hurt.
Harden ready.
He was in and out playoff hurt. You know what I'm just saying? He was battling injuries because he had to put up 40, 50 point game nights on.
But Harden ready though.
Right,
he know how
he
it feels.
He ready to shoot.
Score a lot of points, but he still know how to, like, you know what I'm saying, if he wants to.
He like a Chicago
fall back
hitman.
and be
He
like,
ready to shoot.
Let me go ahead.
Where he at, pal? I don't even
If he
see
has
it.
to be.
I just let it go.
If you want me to shoot, I'll shoot off.
Had a career 21 assists last night.
He had a career record attempts too, probably. Probably. Look it up. Fact check me.
Another team
Yeah.
that's starting off a good season right now. The Knicks. They've actually run off 8 straight. Both Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson are averaging over 20 a game. Brunson's right at 20 at 20.1.
Brunson, local kid.
Julius Randle's averaging 22. I believe R.J. Barrett had a 40-point game.
He tried to go off on us.
like that.
He tried to go off on the Bulls.
Yeah.
Shout out to DeMar, man. Game time DeMar.
He's a smart guy.
Shout out to DeMar Rosen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Game time, man. Game time. The Dagger, aka we just need to give him a
Man,
big name.
Green.
DeMar the
My
Dagger.
man Green on the Bulls, man. I
DeMar
mess
is
with him. He a
The
smart
Dagger.
guy.
So gotta give it.
Yeah.
Gotta give a shout out to the Knicks, man. They doing their thing. I can't be mad at them. Pro Bowl came out, man. Were there any players who you guys felt like didn't make the Pro Bowl, or some players that you felt like made the Pro Bowl
Sauce Gardner.
that shouldn't have made the Pro Bowl?
Sauce Gardner.
There's only 2 players I think that should have made the Pro Bowl that didn't.
Oh, Justin Fields.
You
Too
damn
much,
right.
Too much hype.
No, the only, and I'll tell you,
The hype got him in.
the 2 players that I felt that didn't
Like
make
nobody
it
down, dog.
are Justin Fields and McCaffrey, because I feel like they should have been in there because the
Justin
people.
Fields and McCaffrey.
Yes.
So who do you take off?
Geno Smith.
Oh.
Yes, he did.
But he's losing.
No. He's
But
an
he's
alternate,
losing.
but that's
But he's still losing
That's
now.
still making it. You still get counted. Like I feel like Geno Smith barely. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Geno Smith. Put it like this.
Well, they
The
got
only
more wins.
reason
Geno
I put
had
up an
more
argument for
wins.
Fields
Yeah.
is because the stats that he has right now are blowing Geno's out the water, except for passing, but rushing.
And Pete Carroll.
There's a handful of games that we lost under 3 points. If we win those games and we have a winning record, I guarantee Justin Fields is in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it was all about
It's just
winning,
because of our record why
Yeah.
Justin Fields
It's
isn't in
definitely
there.
our
I
You said
feel
we ain't
like,
saying the Bears?
yep.
Okay, I want to put it out there for the people.
I just feel like he's
Okay.
no. I feel like Fields is
Put
consistent.
it out there for the people.
Yeah.
He's not that big,
I
but
see
he's
it.
consistent. He broke off. I don't know the most 100-yard rushing yards for a quarterback ever
He could be
in a single season, and that's more than Vic.
He could be
And all the
doing that.
rushing, and that's more than Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Do you think he's injury prone?
No, I think that I
The
think
Rose
that
Bowl, ribs, or
no.
game he
I
played
feel
in?
like that's part of what you get introduced to as being in the NFL because everybody in the NFL gets an injury
Oh,
at
yeah,
one
they
point
got
in
bumps
time,
and
regardless.
bruises. Yeah, you're right.
And that's going to happen. Some get
Touche.
highlighted more than others.
Touche.
But if you're a quarterback, you're highlighted. But I feel like Fields got winked on because the Bears we're kind of, it looks like we throwing games almost so we can get a pick. But we're within single digits,
Oh,
3 points of winning a handful of games. And if we win those games, Fields makes it instead of Geno Smith in that position.
yeah.
The other part, I feel like McCaffrey should have been in there. And the only reason he's
The one
not
for the
is
Panthers?
for the Niners.
Well, he's doing with the Niners now, but I'm talking about
Yeah.
from the Panthers.
Yeah.
Nah, he's
And-
dope. Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah. But I feel like the reason he didn't make it is because of how
He got hurt. He was hurt.
the mediocre success he was having with the Panthers prior to him going to the
Yeah,
Niners.
that's what it
That's
is.
what I feel like
He's-
he didn't
he's
make it
working back.
because of that.
You're right.
Over a person who's been with their team the whole time doing
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah.
That's all.
If anybody gets switched to a good team,
And he dealing with different
and be
quarterbacks
better
every 3 weeks.
and look better in a good system.
I'm trying to think.
That's the argument to be had against
Right.
that. to be had.
And I think the person I have to replace McCaffrey or for McCaffrey been Miles Sanders. I feel like with the Eagles, and I feel
Who
like
made
he,
it?
huh?
The Eagles got the most.
No, I know he did.
Okay.
He's a backup. He's a reserve.
The Eagles
He's
got
made
the
it,
most
but I
people
feel
in
like
the
that's
Pro
who I would have had instead. I would have had McCaffrey instead of him.
Bengals
The other two that made it was Saquon Barkley and Tony Pollard. And Tony Pollard's a shoe in. I swear to God, he's a shoe in.
Yeah.
If you had he is though. He's
Before Ezekiel.
he's better than Zeke right now.
Well, I just
This
said-
year,
I just said earlier,
Zeke's Zeke's stats
I
are
like
ass
this
this year.
one more
Zeke's
last
gonna
year.
get traded next year, but that's who I would replace is Geno Smith
His
and
comeback ain't there.
Miles
Yeah,
Sanders,
I know.
and I would have
I
put
like to
in
replace
Fields
this.
and
I
McCaffrey.
just said Fields and Tua.
Tua's in the East. Who? I mean in the West. My bad. Who would you would have taken off that list?
That's what I'm
Because
saying. I didn't have
the list. I'm gonna tell you the list. It's Mahomes,
Pollard is the truth.
Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow.
Ouch.
Right. So I said Tua
Yeah,
too,
I'm not
but
replacing
I'm not replacing them.
Yeah.
Can't deny Joe.
I just
Man,
like
listen,
the fact that
Joe
you know,
working with what he got.
That's solid though. That's
He
solid.
said, "What is your first year?" No matter.
And then the
Like
running
that.
backs.
Like
Hey,
that.
the
Like
running
that.
backs over there: Chubb, Josh Jacobs, and Derrick Henry.
Who?
They gotta be positioned.
Joe Burrow got Josh Jacobs.
Oh no, running. I mean for the Pro Bowl.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, and then the receivers: Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, and Jamar Chase. Like I can't move nothing out the AFC.
Nah.
The AFC is so tight right now. That was so tough because think about who you have to exclude out the AFC in order to put them top three in there, and they cold over there.
I'm gonna say this. Can I be controversial a little
Yeah,
bit?
go ahead.
Honestly, because I'm
Yeah,
only want y'all
shit like
opinion.
you gave
Yeah,
a
I'm
fuck.
not,
Yeah.
I really don't give a fuck. But when people did this shit, it really it really fucked me up. Because calling Justin Jefferson the best wide receiver, you know what I'm saying, in the NFL, it has to be a lot of evidence for that. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
Can't be no absentee performances.
That nigga
Can't
trash.
be, no. It has to be like your luck, timing, quarterback loves me, I'm good enough to pull
You
it
open,
off.
nigga.
I'm open.
You running routes.
I'm saying everything counts. When somebody call you the best, when I grew up on, you know what I'm saying? If you want me to state one off the top of the dome, Randy Moss owned it. You know what I'm saying? Owned it. Terrell
Cooper
Owens
Kupp.
owned it.
Jerry Rice.
No matter how long they owned it, Chad Johnson owned it before his Ocho Cinco. Owned it. Fucking Calvin Johnson owned it. Quarterback was going to them no matter what. So I'm not hating on Justin Jefferson because he's proven he's putting in the work. But how they said how he was like the best wide receiver. I didn't agree with it.
You still don't agree with it? Who's better than him?
Jamar Chase.
No. Jamar Chase got
Devontae
hurt.
Adams.
Pick off my head.
Devontae
I seen Adams do some on purpose things in
but
the
I've
game.
seen him.
And
I've seen
their
him.
car is gonna look for him no matter what. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like they put you in a position. You gotta have all that intertwined with when you perform. I guess because if you gonna do something once on accident, you about to pull that out 2 or 3 times. Just like I said, not just Randy Moss, but all the other receivers. Jerry
I think-
Rice,
I think right now for
Troy
y'all,
Aikman,
the reason y'all
Michael
say
Irvin,
that is because of the
greatest
games.
wide receivers ever.
No, everybody you
Donald
named,
Driver,
everybody you just
Greg
named
Jennings.
was never part of a
They were
30-0 comeback. Everybody you just named, none of them. And in order to achieve that, you gotta have multiple touchdowns in a game. And the thing about the old game compared to the new game is it took them time to put up a touchdown. It takes us under 20 to 30 seconds on a good time to get that touchdown.
That's true.
Ain't nobody cutting that speed.
That's true.
Back there they fastest time was a 4.6, a 4.5. Niggas is running 4.2s and 4.3s right now. The game has changed by degrees
I
and
did see the
speeds.
Houston.
I'm just saying the speed of the game
48-point comeback
for receivers has
against
changed.
the Buffalo
Receivers.
Bills. I did see that. Second half, they fucked the Buffalo Bills up to Houston North. I think it was 28 points.
They had Warren.
They fucked, hell yeah, they had one more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's in how comeback with the shit.
I went with AFC. I went with J.J. Watt. Only had 4 sacks this year and only played 7 games.
Injury.
I know.
Injuries, yeah, them injuries. I was shitty when he.
I know, but he's
I was
still-
shitty when I heard he got hurt.
But he
He was balling too.
He was, man.
But he shouldn't have been a Pro Bowl with only 4.
You know who else made the Pro Bowl?
And
Khalil Mack.
yeah, shout out to
Damn.
Bill Mack, man.
You know who else made the Pro Bowl?
What has he been there?
Roquan Smith.
Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
Shout out to Roquan, man. I ain't mad at you, bro. It's just business, baby.
They got their bread.
It's just business, baby. I ain't mad at you.
And
I
then-
damn near bought your jersey.
And then in the
Still
NFC,
shit.
I
Nope.
went with
He's a dog.
Jair
Was.
Alexander. I felt like he maybe should have made us all.
I feel like there was a few guys that was a little better than them, but
I was gonna say,
call me what you want.
Packer defense
shouldn't have made
this
it.
year, I would
think.
honestly point out some people that I was like, they ain't intact. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to at least
the reason-
impact
He
defense.
is like
the reason-
he is like
compliment
second
you
or
to the
fourth in the league in
Tack-
interceptions. Though.
But not only that, but he's good at tackling. He's a good tackler, and that's the reason you'll give it to you. That's probably the last time you hear me that shit. He's a good tackler, and not too many people just be blowing through dudes like that. You might outrun him in a foot chase, but if he gets his hands on you, he got you. He's not a shitty tackler.
I don't know. I feel like as an alternate, I don't feel like he should have been.
I don't think he should have been it, but that's
Just-
probably why he got there.
Shout out, great, a terrific corner. I'm gonna call him great, but definitely a terrific corner, man. A terrific corner. Prime versus Prime, man. It's the Hendo Bowl.
Hendo
We
Bowl.
gotta talk about one of his favorite players, man.
Let's go.
Previous
Let's go.
Chicago Bear, actually started out his career in Carolina. I didn't even know this guy played football, so I'm sitting there watching ESPN. He actually played basketball. He was a lefty. I was used to watching dunk on people in North Carolina. He's a lefty dude,
Talk
number
about it.
42.
Talk about it.
Julius Peppers, man. So today we're talking about who's the better. We're just talking about pass rusher. Excuse me, Julius Peppers or Michael Strahan. We're gonna run down just a few of their stats before we get into this. Julius Peppers a 9-time Pro Bowl. Strahan 7-time Pro Bowl. Julius Pepper was Rookie of the Year. Excuse me.
Great
also,
rookie
Came in crazy.
also three-time All Pro. And also Julius Peppers has 10 seasons of double-digit sacks. 10 seasons of double-digit sacks.
Was that early in the
Mike-
game? Early in the game when he came in the league?
Or with the Panthers.
Yeah,
The Panthers.
Yeah, he was a dog.
Yeah.
That's my next question.
I
I
believe
was
he
like,
had
was that with the Panthers?
12 sacks.
Because they had him and they had the white dude on the other side
There's one
that the Bears ended up having. Oh my gosh.
They ended up having Peppers too.
No, it was the big white dude. They had a white dude that they had, and we ended up.
I can't remember.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not Kevin Green.
Fact checkers.
Fact
Put
checker.
it in the comments, man.
Yeah.
Y'all put it in the comments, man. Y'all know what it is.
The
That was fucking Packers too.
Yeah, sure was. Then Michael Strahan, like I said, 7-time Pro Bowler, 1-time Super Bowl game winner,
Yeah.
also 1-time Defensive Player of the Year, and in 2001, He had 22 and a half sacks, which is actually tied for the record with T.J. Watt. So who do you think was the better pass rusher? Y'all want me to kick it off? Who wants to kick that off?
Oh, y'all kick that off,
Hell,
man.
much
Go
to
ahead,
say,
man.
man.
Kick it off? Go ahead.
I mean,
This was tough for me because I'm a big Julius Peppers fan. He's one of my favorite Chicago Bear players. Whenever I create a player something like that on Madden, I kind of make him after Julius Peppers. He's gonna be 6'6", 6'7", somewhere around there. But I actually went with Michael Strahan if we're talking about in their prime. I feel like Julius Peppers, longevity-wise, was the better pass rusher, just off the strength that he had 10 seasons of double-digit sacks.
Early in the game.
Yeah, and I believe I believe he had 12.
Yeah,
but the reason why I went with Strahan, is the 1 year.
Just didn't last long.
The 1 year he did have the record sacks, the Giants went to the Super Bowl. So I felt like him getting to the pass rusher in his prime it meant more to that team and to winning. When Julius Pepper was getting his sacks in basketball, we would say he was getting a lot of empty points, if that makes sense. He's getting a lot of points with
his team stuff.
Yeah, because his team. I mean, even a year, even that year in 08, when he had 14 and a half sacks.
It was complimentary.
That team still was 12. They were 12 and 4.
They were clicking.
But they lost their first game in the playoffs, and Julius Peppers only had 2 tackles in that game. And that's in his prime. The year he had 14 and a half sacks.
Well, he raised a lot of attention to it too. So
Oh yeah. He was absolutely getting double and triple team.
That's why I kind of shy away from Strahan, because he had Tuck and he had other dude. I can't pronounce his name right now.
Osi Umenyora.
Oh, yep, that dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see
Osi
why I can't
Umenyora.
pronounce it.
There's podcast, y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like when you got that type of help on the team, even the barber dude, one brother, the twin, it wasn't Tiki or something, maybe it was Tiki. Oh, that's right. They had to run it back.
Yeah, they had
The other barber played with Tim.
What's the man that
Rondé.
missing fingers?
It's Rondé Barber.
That's Rondé.
Juan
He
Pierre?
won too.
Young Juan Pierre was there or no?
Huh?
The dude
Jason
that got,
Pierre-Paul.
the dude
Yeah,
that got,
Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
implant, maybe.
Yeah, like Strahan played.
Was he
with
there?
some other dudes.
I believe.
I don't
That's
know.
what I was
I'm
asking.
not sure.
Was he
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yes,
I
they had
don't-
a full
I
setup
thought you all-
team. They was ready to go. They was
I just
souped
want-
up.
Are we
Souped
talking
up
about that
shows.
time?
That was
Yes.
that was that
Because Michael Strahan was
NASCAR.
getting off.
That was
Yes.
that
And a
NASCAR
young-
lineup, wasn't it?
He had all his fingers.
Everyone.
Ain't that what they called it? It was like the NASCAR
Yeah, it was
lineup.
big, man.
Where
Killing
they take like
They laughed
4
at
out
that
and
with
put
you.
4 in.
They going to hell. This is
Yeah.
Christmas Day.
What are you talking about that boy?
He ain't retired.
No, he's still playing.
He's still playing with the fingers he got.
Yeah, man, leave that man alone.
I mean, shit.
I'm not
Hey,
laughing
if you
at
can
you.
go,
Yeah.
if you can go down in a 3-point stand, boy. Hey, if you can just put them nubs down,
he
you
had a
good.
2-point stand.
No, he had 3. He blew off this finger,
And then when he
part of
blitzed,
this finger, and the
Alright.
tip of this finger.
Alright.
So he got this, and this right
Okay,
here.
so now
Man, I'm telling you what he got, boy. I seen it.
when he blitzed, he got 2.
All you gotta do is put his weights on there. That's all you gotta do. And now you in the league where you ain't gotta do that. You just stand like this now, real low, just shoot.
I don't condone any of
They
that.
ain't gonna let it happen.
So what you think,
You
B.I.?
trying to get me?
Yeah, what
I'm
you
not
think,
listening to
B.I.?
this guy. I don't even know what the question is no more. Because
Prime
this is-
versus
No,
prime.
man, look.
Who was the
That
better
nigga-
pass rusher? Julius Peppers
Now
or
my
Michael
clarification,
Strahan?
man.
I want
I
with
love y'all
Strahan
for
in
this.
their
'Cause I
prime.
know y'all can give
So
me the
who
facts.
got better?
Yeah, who's the better strictly just pass rusher in their prime?
Man,
What you got?
I'm gonna have to go Julius, man. He really is my favorite as far as the two.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm being biased right now, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go ahead and go Julius, man. And the reason being is the 10 years, really the 12 years and the 10 plus sacks. So that's my reason. I love Strahan, man, but the reason I'm not gonna pick him is because all those other names we mentioned on the defensive line with him. Because when you the only motherfucker on the line, they about to double team you. They about to zone block you.
You the one with
they
the
about to
record.
chip block you. They about to do so much bullshit
You
to
the
you.
one that trying to chase this
Like they game plan for you. Like the
Fuck
game
you.
plan is literally different when they in the coach's room
Right, though.
and they motherfucking say, "Oh, we got motherfucking Carolina this week. okay, on defense,
I like that.
where is this dude at every play?
I like that.
And we gonna fuck him
Different
up.
angle.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a way different weight on your shoulder.
That's true.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
I like that. That's fair.
That's the only reason.
Who you say, fam? Straight hand or
I ain't
Peppers?
gonna lie to y'all, man. For real. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I can't come here talking about real sports business with y'all, because y'all be educating me, fact checking just what I wonder about. So just because Michael Strahan ain't fixed his gap yet, I
Damn.
don't want to pick.
Shooting in the juice.
Keisha Cole, bring the gap back.
Oh,
Let's go there.
shit.
Nah, I'm
going
going
the
there.
same way.
But I love both.
Stupid.
That's what I said. Julius Pepper, he did a lot early, but it wasn't longevity. But Michael Strahan did a lot with complimentary. Like I said, young Pierre Paul with all his fingers. With all his fingers.
I'm
We
not going
ain't gonna go there.
I'm not going
This
Pay
is one of the
attention.
lowest days.
Pay
This is one of the lowest days.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
All right, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. I'm done, and I'm. Everybody at OS Podcast is not agreeing. Or have
I'm done. Hendo got to round it up, man. Who, I think, what we 2-1? I think we're 2-1 right now. 2-1 right now.
For sure.
Who you got, Peppers or Strahan? In their prime. They're strictly in their prime.
What I got to say about Judas Peppers? I call him Judas.
Wow.
Ever
Oh,
since he
wow.
went to motherfucking the Packers,
He went to the
Judas.
Packers.
And
He just didn't give a fuck about our
Judas
rivalry
Peppers.
or
Y'all
nothing.
been saying his
He
name.
just said, I jump right in the middle
Judas
of your rivalry.
Peppers,
Both teams. Fuck you, niggas.
he had a great early career. He started out really good. By the time he went to the Packers, he was very, very mediocre during the regular season, and he had some good playoff pop-ups. I believe the year he had a good time, I think they took it.
He had 20.
Okay.
He had 20.
No. They got close and they lost. I lied. They got close and they lied. Nope.
He had 20
Got
and
close.
a half sacks. and three
He played
Sure.
for bum teams his entire career. You know.
And I remember this.
As a Panther, he was a dog. But don't forget, he also had somebody on the other side who was also averaging about 8 sacks.
Charles Johnson.
That's who it was. Now, he had a dog and they had Deacon. No, did they have Deacon Jones in?
No.
What?
No, I'm joking.
No.
No, they had somebody else over there. They had some pressure, put it like that. It wasn't just a weak ass defense. He had some. He
It
had a
was
whip
clicking.
too. I'm
It
not
might
gonna
have
act.
been
It was
Star.
clicking.
It might have been Star.
I'm not gonna act like it was the Giants' defense that came to the face, but they were never a weak defense. All right. I feel like he sprouted early. Injuries took him down. Think about Strahan. Strahan was relevant his whole career. I never really seen Strahan have a super down year. He didn't start off as hot, but he always ended well. You always seen him in the playoffs. He was performing at a high level. You know
Shout
what I'm
out
saying?
Lawrence Taylor.
And if he wasn't getting
That was
sacks,
grooming him.
he was getting pressure on the
You know what I'm
ball,
saying?
and you were worried about where he was at on
He
the
had real
field.
vets around him.
And he did. He had some help,
That's
but
real vets
he
around him.
performed at a high level. When the defense came, he was the defensive captain soon before anybody else at a young level. He came through it, and he stayed like that.
He did that.
Everybody looked to him for strength, and he got the ring. The ring is what really puts it over to me because that's what success tastes and feels like.
When you work for it.
When you achieve the ultimate goal, when you get the ring, when you get the hardwood, you get
Yeah.
that's the success. Julius came close. He had a
Yeah.
taste of it, but never came through. Meanwhile, Strahan feast. And you can say it was because of the offense. You can say it was a lucky catch. But that defense,
He had
was
the Barber
up there.
twins.
And that, like I said, sometimes that defense they had that year doesn't get a lot of respect. But that defense really did some great things that
They
year.
locked in.
So I would personally have to go with Strahan because of the hardware. You know, he know what it's like to meet the ultimate goal. You know, that's tough. Julius is there almost, but never succeeded. That's the difference maker to me, even on your prime year.
So it's not because of the talk shows.
No,
Okay.
It's,
I say
even though he does
yeah.
still has a
So you
soft
went for the talk
list.
shows. That was my segment.
Welcome here on
I
Sunday.
said he
The
got-
Sunday show.
Yeah, he got a lot more
Hey,
talent.
Monday morning with
Keep doing
Strahan.
your thing, brother.
love
Letting
it.
us brothers with the big ass gaps in the middle of our
Yeah,
faces,
don't think so.
Shine on TV.
Fool
You know
ain't
what I'm
never
saying?
whistle.
You gonna pioneer it yourself. Don't
Never
fix
was
yourself.
That's it. He never was.
So we
Stay
got
true.
y'all. Let us know how y'all feel out there.
What's the weekend?
I think we deadlocked right now. Two straight hands.
Yeah,
man. Y'all,
I'm rocking with
y'all
it,
out there be the tiebreaker, man. Y'all let us
I
know
mean,
who
real
you feel
comfortable
like
in here,
the
man.
best
Shout out
last
to
breaker,
the old heads, man.
Man, moving right
Kicking
along,
life.
man. We got a dope show today, man. It's going, having a
Yeah.
great time, man. We getting lit, man. Like I said, it's the Hendo Bowl. It's all Hendo all day, man. And I know we love defense, so why not, man? Let's kind of ruffle some feathers out there, and let's do the top 5 best perimeter defenders in the past 30 years. I'm looking forward to see what these brothers got to say. But I actually want to kick this one off, man. 'Cause hopefully we don't have the same answers. I don't think so, but top 5 best perimeter defenders in the past 30 years. NBA.
NBA, I'm gonna say
NBA perimeter defenders in the past 30 years. I went with Scottie Pippen. This is in no order. This is in no order. I went with Scottie Pippen. Outstanding perimeter defender. Number 2, not necessarily in order, just who I had at number 2. Pick number 2. Some guy, my dad, Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
My dad.
Come down, this nigga.
Yeah, my
You get a
dad.
test?
Of course, I'm
All
more
right,
biased.
well, hey,
Yeah, 'cause
he
he's my
sent you
dad.
something,
But
then.
yeah,
Y'all,
It's his
Yeah,
dad, man.
yeah.
He said it was not
Yeah,
time.
that's
He
my
said it's
dad.
my
Your
time.
pops out there.
Yeah.
yeah.
MJ, I had to put MJ right there, man. Arguably might be a better defender than Pitt. Arguably. Number 3, I had to go with Bean, man. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was an outstanding perimeter defender.
Lockdown?
Yeah, and he did it for a long time too.
Had to.
At number 4, I understand he missed a lot of games. But when he's locked in, he locked in.
Ooh.
Oh.
Kawhi.
Oh, no, he's a robot. He
Kawhi
Leonard.
Leonard.
Built from the science
Yeah.
lab.
If you've ever seen Kawhi Leonard,
Trained.
if you ever in a bar somewhere and you hear somebody laughing and they sound like that's Kawhi Leonard. He laughed.
Yeah,
But yeah, I had to put the claw up there, man. Terminator. Yeah, outstanding perimeter defender. And then at number 5 to round it out, I had to go with the mouth, man. The glove, Gary Payton, Seattle Sonics,
GP.
man. GP, man. His son is also a phenomenal defender too.
Great
but,
defender.
That's my good defender. I don't like to say great. Not
He
yet.
He getting there. I feel like
He can be.
he'll never be like his daddy, and we hold him in them regards. But
I gotta go right to film because we got some of the same.
go ahead, man.
I know
ain't
your
lying
list.
now.
Your list when
I
they get
got
buck
2.
wild probably.
You gotta get
And
2.
Lord knows what
Oh,
this nigga
my
hit finna
God.
say.
Y'all like I say, y'all be getting my brain thinking. So every time I come here, I be
it's gonna
like,
be something crazy.
I be want to
It
hear
is.
y'all's,
It
but
is.
I got
Judge
Mike.
Bushel is on that motherfucker.
Judge
Walking
Bushel.
out.
I gotta be a
walking
Minnesota
out.
motherfucking shit. He gonna mention Pat.
Judd?
I'm
He gonna say
walking
Pat
out.
Bear from the 1 year. He
I
said,
am walking
Judge
out.
average.
the
Not
one year.
not the walking cone, the other one.
The
He a
other
cone too.
Yeah, he a cone.
He a cone too.
Yeah,
Both of them. He talking about CP. He a
I'm trying to
goddamn
tell you, he a
cone.
Y'all
cone.
don't go there.
He out there fooling everybody.
we
just
talking about
like that.
lockdown. You ain't gotta be
Lockdown.
2-way.
No, lockdown.
Lockdown, nigga.
Yeah,
It's
perimeter
lockdown.
defender.
When they get on court, they defensive minded.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Who you got?
Mike and Scotty.
Okay.
I threw Kobe in there.
Yeah, big.
Because Kobe was very right. You did say big.
Yeah, big.
And I also said the glove.
Okay.
My last pick was 2 niggas. Motherfucking Tony Allen from motherfucking Chicago.
I thought about Tony.
and John
He
Stockton.
from out west, too.
The nigga with the most steals
Wow.
in NBA history. You gotta be taking the ball if you stole it. You stole
That's
it.
dope.
This
And
is-
his shorts never change.
His shorts never
Change
change.
like the color purple. This is very.
His shorts never change.
He wasn't
Yeah,
he wasn't
dude.
conforming to Shreer.
Yeah, dude.
John started coming the same way.
That's crazy. Top 5 perimeter defenders.
No specific order.
No specific
Go
order.
ahead. I got 2.
Man. Well, you know I got to put Kawhi on there. Because he a sideboard.
And his
He is a
hand,
sideboard.
I gotta put
bigger
him
than
on there.
everybody else's.
Okay.
He got to be on my
He got the
list
top
first and
10
foremost.
all time. Yeah, when he locked
Top
in.
10.
Yeah, on the real.
I gotta have Kobe on my list because dog was a perimeter genius. He just
Yeah.
knew how to play the ball.
Yeah.
He could steal off your triple threat.
Yeah,
sure.
Gotta put Tony Allen up there because they call him the the Grindmaster.
Allen.
Kobe said dude he hated going against him because he was just good. When Kobe said it, you know you play good defense.
Tony didn't even know that.
What's that? 3 right there. I gotta put Draymond up there because Draymond can guard probably the 5 to the 3 efficiently.
Defensive first.
And I'm
like
not gonna lie,
Draymond
I've
on
seen
defense.
him move across the floor and just push.
I've seen him be great.
Smart.
And I don't want
I
to take
have.
away from that. And I definitely
You
will
see him
give
be
them
smart.
props. It's just the molesting of people that they let him get away with. The way he
He's
did
the
Joker
modern day
last
Dennis
year.
Rodman. What do you
The
want?
way he did Joker last
He's
year.
the
in the
modern
playoffs,
day
the way
Dennis
they
Rodman. He
allowed
pulled the
that.
same tactics
He did what he
that
had to
other
do.
people have done. This man has had the
Whatever
most.
it takes.
Hey, facts.
He
I
did
feel
what he
you.
had to do.
What he did with the
And
Celtics,
they won.
what he did with the Celtics, we get them frustrated, keep hitting them motherfuckers' elbow like, damn man, he's playing aggressive down there, he elbowing motherfuckers in their neck. Yeah, how he did that.
Yeah. They were tripping in that Memphis series too last year.
Remember we was kicking niggas in the dick.
He kicked a few niggas in the dick.
Dog, average 30.
West Coast dicks.
Y'all brought that up.
This
Y'all
nigga.
Hey,
Yeah.
he averaged as many dick kicks as he did screens.
I'm trying to tell you.
He was on
He
purpose,
did 3-point
5
shots.
losses. I'm joking.
I'm just
I
saying.
ain't count.
But
This dude's kicking more dicks than making shots.
he has to be put on that list because he does whatever it
He
takes,
do what it takes.
whatever the
He's
defensive
defensive line
assignment is
first.
to get through it.
From
And
the
he
jump
does it.
ball to
Yeah, he's tough and he's
And,
smart.
and,
shot.
then, you know, my last one has to be Mike. If anything, Mike was probably one of the better
whatever it
defenders
takes.
because Mike was, you know, size-wise, he's a shooting guard now, but he's governed every point guard that was in the league.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody says that he pushed off all the big assignments on the Scotty, but shit, I remember he was guarding Gary Payton too. He was guarding a lot of these.
Yeah.
He guarded
highlights
1
of
through the
Jordan
3.
blocking Simmons.
Whoever was the prime scorer, whoever was the prime scorer 1 through 3, they put Mike on him, and whoever was the second scorer, they put Pip on him, and they lock him up like that. And it doesn't. But Pip was. I would put Pip up there.
That's what I was gonna say. Everybody gonna say that, but the thing about it
He guarded
is
Magic.
but
most of the
Scotty is
finals.
taller though too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
And-
more about, you know what I'm saying?
And
not
that's
using
why
up all
Scotty
Mike's
gets my
energy
honorable
on
mention.
defense,
Get his
he's
points
on
up
offense.
defense.
But that's
And
why
him being
Scotty gets my
being
honorable
longer,
mention, though.
So he wants
He
to be able
do,
to look over
but
Mike wants to
he
be able to
gonna
look
start
over
the
the top
break.
of Mike like
He's
that.
gonna dunk that
But
bitch
he
on
never
that.
guarded the
Scotty was
faster
real long.
defender. He guarded
Yeah,
the
you know
bigger
what I'm saying?
defender,
That's really
and
all
that's
it was.
that's
On purpose.
That's what the thing about Scotty. Mike guarded the fastest player when Scotty was guarded. He could guard the bigger player, and some of the bigger players moved through that because you think of Karl Malone
Yeah.
and Ewan and
You got
Elijah
big-
Wan
you got
and
big
everybody
ones
who
down
moved through their big man back then compared to everybody who moved through their guard is different. But when people did move through their guard, your Mark Price, your Dominique Wilkins, your Gary Paytons, he locked that shit up. That's what I'm saying. Even
y'all missed it.
Reggie Miller, you know, they would switch on Reggie because he would get off on the screens and they did a good job, but they could switch and intermingle on Reggie. Say, but John Starks locked up. Where did he go?
Couldn't nobody
Muggsy
get
Bogues
Reggie.
locked up. Where did he go?
Reggie was like a mouse.
Mike had to guard Kobe. Mike had to guard AI. Mike had to guard all the new talent that was coming in, even at that age.
Reggie overrated.
But that's why I give Scotty my honorable mention though.
Yeah.
Scotty gets my honorable mention, but that's my list though. You know what I'm saying?
The reason why Reggie is not overrated is because he's only overrated if you look at him like he was on the level of a Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. He wasn't.
Yeah, Reggie.
This dude is a glorified
Dude,
spot up
what
shooter, and
Reggie
when you look
do?
at him like that,
Catch
and
and
it's
shoot.
like, damn, this
All
dude is
the
clutch
time.
as fuck to be that though. So like he's hit a lot of
He's
big
made
ass
to
shots
shoot.
to just be a jump shooter.
And he
Like,
ran.
You know what I mean? You got a lot of Kyle Korvers in the world,
Yeah.
but how many times did Kyle Korver score this amount of more points against the Knicks to finish a game,
Fact.
or push Michael Jordan off and then hit a three and shit? You know what I'm
But
saying?
I'm saying,
Yeah.
Steph
I will
Curry
give you
praise.
2 little decent honorable mentions just to throw in the throwback book. Joe Dumars,
Joe
because
was a
Dog
good
was a great
defensive,
defender
yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and I
Real
think that
Joe
kind of gets
Dumars.
over.
I
And then I
thought about
also
putting Joe in there.
and I also put up Shane Battier. Shane
Yeah,
Battier.
he
With the
did.
Memphis
He
Grizzlies.
was on
With a
against
lot of
Kobe
teams,
Bryant.
with Houston, with you can name a team with the Lakers. You can name it with everybody probably.
I got 3.
But I say Shane he has to be an honorable too because Dog was a real good defender.
I like that.
I got three, and I'm only gonna say it because I seen him lock somebody down. Bruce Bowen
I like that.
I like that.
from the Spurs.
Yeah, shout out Bruce.
Shout out to Bruce. That's a great pick.
Who more than 3?
Switched and moved his. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Bruce Bowen, you already know. I'll say Tony Allen. That was one of my first ones. Tony Allen
On
was.
the west side, he used to hoop down the street.
Even with the
Tony
Grizzlies,
Allen
he was the best.
dedicated his career to
Who
just,
down the line
I want the
down the
best player on the
street.
court. So shout out to Tony Allen. Shane Battier is honorable mention like a thing to me because that's what I grew up on. Honestly, with Houston, like you said, with every team he was on, he was there to just do what he had to do.
Gotta do.
Let me see. I
Shane
might put
Marcus
Dennis
Smart.
Rodman in there. Dennis Rodman.
I thought
is
about
three, man.
Dennis Rodman too.
Dennis Rodman.
But to me,
He
the
had
reason why
2
he was
points,
so cold is the fact that he could
33,000
guard shots and
rebounds.
shit when he was there.
Got
Yeah.
3 people kicked out.
The game where they
Wore dress
came
after
back
the
on the
game.
Lakers and shit. He had a guard
He
shot.
was-
That was a great
he
game.
was
by
cold,
Rodman.
dog.
I
I've
like
seen him
that.
guard the shit.
Dennis Rodman on
Shaq put up
defense.
30. Never scored number 2 more points for the rest of the half.
But Dennis Rodman on defense, he got real factors in the midst of the moment out the game. Like, he did it on purpose.
Yeah,
They probably took that out the game by now. Like, you can't do that to a player. Like,
No,
heckle
you
him that
can't.
much to get him out the game. But
To a certain
You just gotta play
degree,
defense.
yes and no.
No, you gotta play
Because they
defense.
still let Lance Stephen blow in niggas' ears. So as long as you can do shit like that, you're
And
good.
players
He
are way
ain't
more
played a playoff
sensitive
game yet.
nowadays.
way more
Players
sensitive.
are way more sensitive.
Like-
Devin
like
Booker
Defense
said-
does anything
Lance
to about
Stevenson
fucking
did.
Devin
shit.
Booker said that he's scared of mascots. So when they shooting free throws and shooting like that, he doesn't want nobody to have no mascots around.
or Matt Barnes.
Yeah, all right.
Matt Barnes was a defensive.
Yeah, that's pretty weird, right?
I like that.
defensive. Matt Barnes was a defensive, ready for the challenge player.
I like
He's
Marcus
alright,
Smart.
man. He
But
gave up the
I
booty,
think
too. I
Marcus
watched him
Smart
get
on the
bullied.
I ain't
other
say he
side,
succeeded.
I think Marcus Smart is good too.
Yeah, he's smart.
Marcus Smart is a real defensive
A
player.
prime Klay Thompson, I think, don't get enough
But
respect.
Marcus
too.
Smart can't play
Yeah,
1 through 5.
I agree with that.
That's what I was saying. Marcus Smart can't play 1 through 5.
No,
Marcus Smart can lock up all the
Right.
backcourt and make sure that's solid. But when he get his ass down on that block,
Yeah.
you may
I don't know, though.
be on ESPN.
The
But he
only-
might make something happen
No,
though.
no.
He's that good.
The
Jimmy
only
too.
reason
Butler?
I can disagree with that is because when the Bucks had to play the Celtics last year, they actually pulled that move and put Marcus Smart on Giannis, and he was stealing the ball from him.
Yeah,
It fucked him up.
He was a little
Smart
fake.
enough.
He not only did he get but the way Giannis moves and how low Smart can get on, he was getting over like that, and it looked like he was elbowing him, so he's
Yeah,
catching
he's
them
a
right,
smart
them little
player.
flop. Yeah, he was smart with
he
it.
Yeah,
definitely
you know what I'm saying?
But see,
He
that's
just
his
play
role.
with his mind instead of just his
It's
body.
it's
you know
more
what
than
I'm
that.
saying?
He can play the role.
I think he owned his
know
role
what fouls look like.
And he
Right.
put the
try
work
to
in
avoid them,
to
you
see
know?
how he can do things different and be smarter and more, you know what I'm saying, thinking ahead of the average offensive player.
That's what a great defender does.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he get a 3,
That's what made
now you're effective in the game.
Gary Payton.
One thing about Gary Payton definitely you not want to piss him.
Glove.
He'll punch you in your goddamn mouth.
The glove, baby.
He'll punch you in your mouth. Talking about punch you in your mouth, man, I'm gonna keep motherfucking saying it because we lit here. It's the
Yeah, happy holidays,
motherfucking
man.
head no bowl, man.
We
Yeah,
out here
Head-No
today.
bowl. Look,
It's all
I stay
Hendo
ordinary,
all
so
day, man.
y'all know what we do,
I
man.
hope all my Puerto Rican homies, y'all having y'all cojito, y'all having cojito, whatever. All my brothers, y'all having
Salute.
any or whatever you having. All my
Pour it
my
up.
Caucasian brothers.
Azul.
I hope y'all having y'all. You know
All
what
the
I'm saying?
Hanukkah brothers.
Natty Light or whatever.
Light your candles on the right day.
Natty Light, all that stuff.
Go see your
man.
mama or somebody.
All my Scottish people out there, hope y'all having y'all ale. You know what I'm saying?
We chilling, man.
Also, man, Oswaldo, man, all the way from Africa. How you doing out there, brother? Salute, man.
Shout out to the motherland.
Man. Yeah, man.
Shout out to the motherland.
Good
Shout out to
brother,
the
man.
motherland.
Still trying to work on that for you, man. Trying to.
Boombaye.
Yeah, good dude, man. Good dude,
Sure.
man.
Unbeknownst to y'all, we doing the show from Africa next week.
Man, hopefully one of these days, bro. Well, I was just talking to my wife.
I want to go.
I was talking to my wife seriously about going to Africa next year. I want to go to Eritrea, which is in northern Ethiopia.
Okay.
One of the few. It was actually colonized. They call it the Italy of Africa. It was actually colonized by Italy, and the Africans there actually speak fluent Italian. There was another lady I saw there who actually said the best Italian food she's ever had that wasn't actually in it was out of Eritrea. And yeah, it looked super dope, man. Just as I get older, I want to travel the world more. And yeah, it looks super dope, man. So,
Need the gritty.
Ethiopia, but yeah, me and my wife definitely talking about going to Africa. If not next year, the year after. But yeah, man.
Shout out, man.
Yeah,
Shout out,
Africa,
man. Y'all gonna see us.
Yeah, shout out,
Y'all gotta
man.
see old
Yeah,
heads.
bro,
Y'all gotta see Not Your Ordinary.
yeah, we got big
It's all
things
good.
coming, man. 2023, man, gonna be a big year, man. Gonna be a big year for
Just have to
old
relax
heads,
right now. It's holidays.
But as of right now, we got to talk about the 5 hardest hitters of all time in the NFL. Now, for me, when I did my list, I kind of stuck with my era and players that I personally saw play. So I didn't go. My
As you should.
dad was here a few weeks ago, and he was talking about Dick Butkus and how hard of a supposedly. I don't know how true this is, but my dad said supposedly he saw Dick Butkus play in person. Excuse me, saw Dick Butkus play, and they said supposedly in high school, Dick Butkus was knocking out all the players,
Everybody.
and they told him, "Say, hey,
Everybody.
you can't practice anymore. You keep knocking out everybody. You go over there and hit that tree." And they say by his senior year, he eventually knocked over the tree from hitting the tree. Did it happen? I don't know. I'm not gonna say my daddy lying, but I don't know. It sounds like it could be embellished, but anyway.
That shit sound real to me. I heard it from the same source.
That shit
I heard it from the
sound
same
like
source. That
Paul
shit sound
Bunyan
real to
story.
the motherfucker to me.
We don't need the Paul Bunyan story. Boy, I remember when he hit the golden nail in the railroad track, the big blue bull. He tapped him down with that. That's when I seen him
To the
defeat.
left, bro. There you go. But yeah, man. Top 5 hardest hitters of all time. We're gonna kick it off. No specific order, but at number 1, I had to go with Sean Taylor, man.
That's
R.I.P.
Okay.
That's huge. I
R.I.P.
respect
Sean
that,
Taylor,
man.
man.
Yeah.
I used to see this guy absolutely.
Major respect.
Yeah,
Probably one of the best
Major
Redskin
respect on
corners
safety.
in safety ever.
Safety, yeah.
Best ever they ever see.
Yeah, Sean Taylor, man. I had to put Sean Taylor one of the hardest hitters.
I gotta give it one time. My uncle Steve Atwater one time though.
Oh.
Sorry,
wow.
He was.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And he joined my team because I used to fuck with John Elway. I just knew he needed some help.
Broncos.
He needed some help.
Yeah.
On the real, I like John more than I like Steve Atwater.
Yeah?
I mean, Steve Atwater my real uncle though. He like to play uncle and shit.
Oh, yeah?
But yeah.
That's dope.
From off Bishop, nigga, 54th and Bishop, nigga, Motown, nigga. That's where that nigga from.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right.
That's dope. That was, man. But I had to go with number 2. I was really young when I saw him play, but I'm a huge Joe Montana fan, so I saw him play a lot. Ronnie Lott.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
a hard hit.
Yeah.
That's a hard hit. I agree
Ronnie
with that.
Lott.
The one story where
You hear
he
legends.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, they said he
Yeah.
said, man, he said fucking cut the finger off.
Yeah.
I'm getting back in this
Yeah,
game.
and it was like, it might have been a preseason
Dog.
game. No.
Was it?
It might have been. It was
a regular
It
season
was
game.
a regular
It better not been, though.
It was regular season.
It was
Yeah,
regular season.
damn, I'm losing finger
Yeah.
in preseason.
Yeah, regular season.
You already made the team. It's like, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, one
Shit.
time
Yeah, regular season.
I lose a finger in the game. That's the last minute I play in that game. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back in that game that day.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
but
not
he
that.
didn't lose
Not
Fam,
that game.
I get it, but listen, nah.
Yeah, the finger.
Nah.
He said-
I lose a digit
Yeah.
or something leave off this hand other than a cut. Bro, I'm injured.
I love you niggas. I hope y'all win without
I'm
me.
injured, fam.
I'm gonna go and
I'm
see.
injured. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Call me
professional
new
help.
school, but I'm hurt. I'm
Yeah,
hit.
yeah, ain't nah.
Bro, I had to put Ronnie Lott up
My
there.
fingers
man.
That's huge.
I'm
That's
done.
huge.
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
had to put Ronnie
I agree.
Lott.
I
And
agree.
number 3, what would Ray Lewis?
Ouch.
I came out
The hardest.
that Super Bowl game. If you go back and watch, it seems as if he's running fast forward, and everybody else is in regular motion.
John Gruden said when he met him out of college and had an interview with him, he instantly knew he was talking to a grown man
Yeah,
coming out of college.
yeah.
He was a grown. He said he demanded his presence because of how big he was in stature coming in out of college. There's only 2 people that I've seen ever, or actually I lied, 3. Ray Lewis, DJ Metcalf, and Tyler Henry. Grown men coming out. No. Everybody was like, oh, yeah, they're gross. No, I'm talking about niggas that look like they in their 30s already.
You see the
DK
Chad
Metcalf
Johnson.
is a beast.
You see the Chad Johnson.
Physically, they just
Ray
come through
Lewis.
like that.
No.
The Chad Johnson, Ray Lewis play. When that mother was on the goal line and Chad Johnson like tried to motherfucking come and chip block motherfucking Ray Lewis in the middle and he knocked himself out.
He said, "Why you tell me?"
Ray looked like he was just kind of just slowly walking, and when he got hit, like dog just bounced off of him. Ray didn't like touch him and do none of this. He didn't go backwards. He kind of just walked through this motherfucker, and Chad Johnson just ran into him. Field. That motherfucker looked back to the motherfucking he looked back. Chad Johnson looked back to the other. He was talking to somebody who was mic'd up.
See that.
He was
Yeah,
mic'd up. He said I hit Ray. I hit Ray Lewis. He said I tried to block Ray.
I did.
I tried to hit Ray, man. I tried to hit. He didn't see me coming, man. I tried to hit him, man.
It looked like he was gonna get like a little sneak block on him. The dog just blasting him, and it's like, man, look,
a
man.
brick wall.
He said, man, let me come out.
What Ray Lewis? At number 4. I know at number 4. I think I know I'm probably gonna ruffle some feathers with this one, but one of the hardest hitters of all time, Mike Allstott.
I like that.
Yeah.
But he's not a defensive player, so I don't know.
He said no.
The Jerome Bettis then, but no.
I went with Mike Allstott.
I don't like that now. I take that back. I recant my statement. I don't like that.
I went with Mike Allstott.
I recant my statement.
trying to go
All the
with his
hardest hitters
It was clever.
in the NFL, this nigga went with Mike Allstott.
Yeah, it was clever. I like when he tried to do that.
You might as
Mike
well pulled up
Allstott.
the fullback for the Browns that made the cover of Madden that one year. Hill, Tyler Hill, whatever his name.
Who?
Hill, yeah. You might as well say him.
Peyton Hill.
Peyton Hillis, yeah.
Oh,
Peyton Hillis.
yeah, nah.
You might as well say him.
That was just 1 year. That was
He had a moment.
He's a dog.
I was gonna say he had a moment.
He
And
did.
number
Good moment.
5, I shouldn't
number
get no
5.
Y'all
pushback.
crazy.
James Harrison
Y'all be
for the
going back.
Pittsburgh
Y'all be going back everywhere.
Pittsburgh Steelers. James
All
Harrison.
about, buddy.
James Harrison.
Harrison was a dog.
Yeah, James Harrison.
When the whole Steelers defense was
Yeah.
locked in over.
We need to know who Hendo got for the Hendo Bowl on the hardest hitters.
Hardest
all
hitters.
time.
Top 5 hardest hitters all time.
Man, I couldn't even do just 5, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You can't do it.
But I'm gonna name off just the briefer ones. I'm gonna tell you right now. Coming in at number 5, James Harrison.
Yeah, oh
Dog.
shit.
Okay.
I forgot about
You
that.
said Pittsburgh?
Hey, dude, no.
All of them was cold.
Whenever you hear about stories with anything to do with James Harrison, people will actually tell you dude was one of the hardest hitters in the league.
Yeah.
This man is the same size right now, currently, as he was damn near his 3rd year in the NFL.
They made up
So,
a rule. They basically about him launching the launching rule.
He's
I
cut.
seen the nigga on all 4s and explode into it.
He's cut. He's cut.
This nigga thought he was Panther or something. Nigga
Listen,
off the
Listen, when
Thundercat.
they made a Geico commercial of this man chasing a white dude, and this man was running in front of his life, and it was a commercial, and he
He
still
broke
looked
everything in his
scared.
way.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
He's-
the man was a
Dog.
beast, a solid
Yeah.
car. When you think about running somebody, think about a little Honda
That's
the
crazy.
size of this
That's crazy.
running at you. That was massive,
That's crazy.
and he hit hard. I give him all due respect.
remember
He's one of the
Harrison,
hardest hitters I had ever
I ain't
knew.
lying.
Yeah.
You know, and I will give a little shout out to his his co-fan Palomalu, who also helped with the
Yeah.
hits, but he's not on my list though.
I was gonna say
But
somebody else was in there too.
Palomalu
Palomalu was, but
Palomalu.
somebody else.
Coming in at number 4, Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
Ronnie Lott was a sheer pure
Sounds
beast.
right. Yeah.
Number 3, and I'm sure
Yeah.
this is somebody y'all might not understand, but I know coming up and watching a little bit to respect this man, Bill Romanowski for the Raiders. If you know anything about Bill Romanowski,
That dude was dirty.
you do not want to run
He
you
dirty
do not want to run by him. He was dirty, and he played dirty. He was a hard hitter.
Detroit
Low,
Pistons.
high, however. No, he would have been the whole team if he was a. This is back when the Raiders was known as that dirty team. When they still dressing up as the dudes from the wrestlers and stuff, and they still wearing the spikes and stuff. And they still had the half gray, half black face. This is when they was dirty. And he was the leader of the dirtiness.
Yeah.
he was the Bill Lambert of the motherfucking team. He was the dirty dog.
He's a Lambert of football.
Number 2, and I'm surprised this didn't pop up. LT.
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence motherfucking Taylor, man.
He lay hits.
Yeah.
He laid hits for a living, boy, and loved it. And loved it.
Yeah.
Shock, baby. Shout out to Shock, nigga. Shock Attack, baby.
Hey, any given Sunday.
Shock Attack. Hey, when them niggas was coming through,
Yeah.
who said something about the defense?
He still was laying hits.
Who said something about the defense? He
Still
said, man,
was
look, he said, man. Beaming. He said something about the defense. Willie said something about the defense not coming through. And then number one though, and I always give due respect, Ray Lewis, man. Lewis really, he got hits. I mean, he got a body.
On purpose.
He got a body.
In real life.
He got a body.
Anybody beat him.
Anybody who got a body, you got to be the hardest hitter, in the streets and in the game. Hey, honorable mention though.
Blood on purpose.
One honorable mention. Daryl Dawkins though. Daryl Dawkins. That's my one honorable because you know I really had a top 10, but I got to put Daryl Dawkins in there because dog was that.
Not Daryl Brown.
Brian Dawkins. My bad.
Eagles,
That's
yeah, okay.
Brian
That's what I was
Dawkins.
thinking
Brian
of. I know
Dawkins.
what you're saying.
My bad.
That's funny. I just gotta show motherfuckers my list when I say this shit because it's hilarious. But you know, great minds think alike. I got LT first.
LT
Then
was like
Ronnie
hits. That was
Lyle, Ray Lewis.
Purpose.
Then I said
Every game.
85 Bears, niggas. You can pick too many niggas off that
That's what I
motherfucking
said, the
squad.
Bears,
I
yeah,
mean,
they
LT
did.
really.
Facts.
and Dick Buckers.
Facts.
But
Dick
nigga, on that
Buckers was
85
hits.
team, yeah, nigga, Singletary,
Big buckets
Wilson,
and hits.
even the white boy Gary Fisher.
So who's number 1 then?
It ain't even listed. You know what I'm saying? I
Who's
just
the
got
very
Dick,
last one then?
Dick Buckers.
Okay.
He got
You
some
know
of
what
my
I'm saying?
picks.
85
Not Dick
Bears,
Buckers,
Ray
but like
Lewis, Ronnie Lyle,
Brooks from the
LT.
Bucks.
Anybody we forget you want to add, bro?
Brooks from the Bucks. That was on that Tampa Bay
Derrick
team.
Brooks. I like that.
He was
Yeah,
laying hits.
Derrick
He was
Brooks.
commanding hits. He was
Yeah,
putting people
Derrick
on
Brooks.
hits.
Ed Reed.
He was teaching
Ed
people.
Reed.
Well, Ed Reed was like a safety.
I
If
thought
you
about
meet
Ed
me
Reed.
in my levels.
You know who else
He's
I
gonna
thought
hit you.
about people forget? Bob Sanders used to lay the wood.
But the 3 I can't really put in that.
Safety from the Colts.
Colts.
Hey.
Yeah.
I put Harrison
Because he
Smith
was
in now.
great. He
But
wasn't
even-
a good player. He just got hurt.
And shout out
He
to
just
the
kept getting hurt.
shout out to the
I
old
love
school
him,
cats.
Yeah,
Hey,
he
hey,
was
I was
little.
a Big Benny fan.
Yeah,
so we
he
needed
this
him,
one for the
you know.
old school though. They always say Night Train, man. They always say Night
Night
Train.
Train
was a hard
Lane.
hitter. But hey,
Night Train
I was
Lane.
We were picking that ball off of
I was never fortunate to watch a lot of his
Detroit
games.
Lions.
I was never
Shout out
fortunate to
Detroit
watch a lot of his games though. But
That's dope.
that's a legend. You know what I'm saying?
Detroit
I feel
Lions.
like he's always on the Mad starter list.
Yeah.
That's
Man, you
what's
was picking that
up.
ball off.
I ain't-
John
I ain't-
Lynch
John Lynch was hitting.
Yeah.
and Patrick Willis, and that'd be all. The only other people I couldn't mention.
I like that.
Cause John Lynch was the dog, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say he was a leader of that Tampa Bay
I thought
team.
about John
But-
Urlacher could be in there.
It was that. It was Brooks.
Urlacher could be in there.
Brooks was the leader of that.
Urlacher
He was
could be
wrecking,
in there.
but
He
got
could be, but
longevity.
he was a better tackler than he was like. I mean, niggas was worried about, but it was him and Briggs they was worried about. It just it just wasn't him. It was him and Briggs. These niggas, you was like, damn, we gotta look out for John. Like, man, we gotta look out for Night Train. Like,
Yeah.
Shout out, man. We're gonna move on and wrap
Yeah, that was
this
a good one.
up
That was
pretty
a good
soon,
one.
man. But
was a good one.
shout out, man. One more player that I want to add as an honorable mention. Ernie Sims out of Florida State actually played for the Detroit Lions. He's one of the few players
like
that I've
that.
seen in a draft. I remember them saying that the only problem that they had in him in the NFL draft wasn't his talent, was the fact that he hit too hard.
Damn,
They
that's
said,
tough.
yeah,
They
they
said
said,
that.
yeah, they. I vividly remember them saying that he
Concussion
hit,
protocol was not
yes,
alive.
that he hit so hard that he knocks his
He
own
gonna
self
feel
out.
it.
yep.
I ain't
Yeah,
saying
Ernie
do it.
Sims.
He made himself too concussion prone.
Yeah, middle linebacker. I believe he was drafted out of Florida State, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He was, I believe, number 10 pick. Yeah, but
That's fucked up.
yeah. He's a monster. He's a monster. But
Holidays, man, we in here, man.
we're gonna go ahead and man, we're wrapping it up, man.
Fooling with that there, boy.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go.
Whiskey.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. But before we do, we gotta go ahead. We gotta figure it out really, really quick, man. Who do you think would have had the better career? This is for the Hendo Bowl, man.
Hendo Bowl.
Who do you think would have had a better career?
Hendo Bowl question.
Johnny Knox
Yeah.
or Mike Brown? Now let's not forget Johnny Knox. If you guys, wouldn't recommend going back and look at it, but I guarantee one of the worst injuries you'll ever see. The guy hurt his spine. He was lower, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty much broke his back from the hit. But Johnny Knox, rookie year, was actually a Pro Bowler. Ended his career 2,214 yards, 12 touchdowns in only 3 seasons. Mike Brown, one-time Pro Bowl, one-time All-Pro, 20 INTs for his career. But what really slowed him down was a torn Achilles. Who do you think? He was a safety. Both of these guys, former Chicago Bears. Who do you think would have had a better career if they wouldn't have got hurt? Mike Brown or Johnny Knox? Who wants to kick it off?
I could go first because I feel like he should speak last.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I went with Knox because Fam played for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? He had a few receiving yards, but that's because we wasn't.
He almost
really
had
bad.
1,000 in second. He had over 900.
Yeah, but all together, it was still just a few. It wasn't that many. It wasn't like 1,000 yards a season. It was like 3 years.
No.
And like
No.
2,000 some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Out of 3 seasons, that second season he almost had 1,000. It was like 965 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know he return yards. He had like 1,500 in them too. He got his bread and butter returning the ball. So like I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, 1,500 yards at 3 years. You kind of making your claim on special teams too though. But
That's true.
and then he had like 13 motherfucking touchdowns in the motherfucking 3 years.
12.
Yeah, was it 12?
Yeah,
Okay,
12.
something like that. I was doing the numbers like that ain't great, but like same point in time for a non-passing team, you know what I'm saying, to be a young guy, like you sticking your claim as a young guy. You know what I'm saying? And Fam, Mike Brown, he played 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And they both had the same amount of all pro selections, 3.
But when
You know what I'm saying?
What year?
2000. But 2000, 2009 or 10 for Mike Brown, I think.
Yeah, he played for 2010.
And then it was 3 years. I can't remember the 3 years for Knox.
Sure.
But yeah, it was somewhere around that time. But yeah, they both had 3 all pro selections.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I figured 3 in 3 years or 3 in, you know what I'm saying, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like either way it go, like they kind of, I felt like dog was on a trajectory that could have been, like the question asked, who would have been better later. You know what I'm saying? I think fair. They had 3 something apiece. I forget what they talking.
Well, they both had 1 Pro Bowl apiece.
Pro Bowl, maybe that's what it was.
They both had one. They both had 1 Pro Bowl.
What's the name?
I mean, it was
3
killing
times.
you.
Yeah,
But
they
Mike-
both made
time.
1 Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
Even if it wasn't the same
Mike
damn
Brown
year.
made 1 All Pro.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I went with who you want? Who you gonna say? D-True, you think would have had a better career? Johnny Knox or Mike Brown?
And say, man, I love the old school, man. I love the old school talk about sports that I haven't like witnessed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
cause either I probably like had it searched on my own knowledge. You know what I'm saying? On my own reel, which I was that type of kid to watch all aspects of sports all years. But like me hearing like other people aspects of things, like I'm gonna tell y'all, that's why I love Old Heads Podcast. Cause I can kind of like learn and hear y'all opinions, have y'all spew it out. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm gonna tell y'all. I appreciate that about y'all. But like, I don't know none of them.
Okay.
I don't know either or. But I heard about Mike Brown under the legendary of like my elders speaking on, but not on my own. So the fact that y'all brought him up, I'm like, they had to have some dominance at one point in time. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. You feel me? Like Mike Brown, what
He was a
team?
safety. He played for the Bears, and I think he ended his career might have been in Kansas City, I believe.
Okay. Now the other one was the
Johnny Knox played for. He was a star.
I think Johnny Knox that played for the
wide
Bills right
receiver.
now.
He only played for the Bears though.
motherfucker that's trying to catch the ball from the drive.
Right.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how real it is, man. And that's what y'all need to know, man. Anytime I come to Old Head Podcast, I get educated, man. I
I
come.
appreciate it.
I mean, when they ask me to come about some Vikings, y'all know I'm scold
Man.
language, man. But I always come here and learn something because I know y'all be on top of them things. And
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate y'all, brothers. So that's what I want to say, though.
Yeah.
And I don't know none of them motherfuckers. No, I'm just y'all my homies, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I know. I can't fake the phone, man.
No,
I can't fake the
I appreciate
phone.
that.
I think you stumped me.
I think I had to go with Mike Brown myself. I
Okay.
felt like Mike Brown, just off the strength that Chicago was more of a defensive orientated team, I felt like he would have had more opportunity to shine. Whereas Johnny Knox, I think he would have been better somewhere where they were more of a offensive team.
Presence.
Offensive. Somewhere like Indianapolis or Atlanta, somewhere down there to where like.
Now, where he started?
He started out in Chicago.
Okay, with the Bears.
With the
Then
Bears.
he
He only played for the Bears.
Okay.
Then he got hurt. But I just feel like with his skill set, I feel like you would have seen him have better numbers because he was a deep threat. He was fast, and but we never Knox. No, Knox.
I'm gonna say it like this, man. With the Bears,
But that be, but yeah,
You gotta
I
change
would
stadiums.
I would have took Mike Brown.
changed everything from inside out. That's how everybody just got everything out. Because y'all got good motherfuckers there.
No, we don't. We'll get good
The
players.
Bears got
next
good
year.
people there.
We'll get good players.
They just about to beat the Bills
we
today.
got our franchise quarterback. That's about
But
it.
to believe in them,
And we still need a number one.
too many years.
Because I think
Too many
Chase has
pissed
best
off
to
people.
number two.
Too many
Well, that's
people that
my
hasn't
opinion.
changed their team. You gotta care about them. And I'm talking to the Bears right now.
Oh no
Off the script.
We'll be good. We'll be good.
I'm on the Old Heads podcast.
No, we'll be good next year.
I
We'll be
mean,
good.
when the Vikings suck or the Vikings ain't shit, I mean, I believe in at least one player.
Yeah, we got
You know what I'm
field.
saying? The motherfucker that snapped the ball, he snapped it perfect every time.
Hey, we got
And he
field.
show up for work.
We got field.
At least
I
I
like.
know we got offense.
I like.
So
I like.
I believe the Bears, shit. I never was a Bear fan. I got all my Illinois family in Illinois. Y'all know how it is. But I'm a Hennepin County baby. Never lived in Minnesota, so I ain't gonna fake the funk. But I grew up on Skull. I grew up on being wanted to grow up to be a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Or even like if you want to get deeper, like there was a lot of black athletes that was accepted to Minnesota. You feel what I'm saying? And my uncles kind of like it displayed that to me like that. If y'all want to get on some Old Head Podcast sports stuff, while I like Skull, like I do, I never lived in Minnesota. I don't know them blocks. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Hendo. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know where we from and you can relate. But if you want to know some real, my uncles just appreciate it because they employ black people. You know what I'm saying? It was Denny Green. It was John Randall. It was Warren Moon, like even Warren Moon and Randy Cunningham when they left them teams that they made great and they
Smith.
did some special shit.
Running back.
Minnesota gave them a job. Why? Because there was some more black folks over there. So
Correct.
that's how I got explained to when I was like 7.
Let's go.
No lie, like 7. Because my mama used to drop me off at my uncle's house. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my father, but my
McMillian boys.
mama used to drop me off in Minneapolis to my uncle, single father, and he'd watch the Viking game every Sunday.
Let's go.
And he used to say, the only reason I'm watching this is because there's some black folks getting employed. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, after that, I took that to where I was from. Man, I've been in all white sports, all sports athletic things or whatever, but I just wanted to be a wide receiver with 80 on my number, you know what I'm saying, or 80 something.
Let's go.
You feel me? So it's history where I can back my facts up.
I like
Y'all better
that.
stop playing with me, man. Skull till I die. I don't give a damn, and I don't care what you is no more.
That's what's up.
Nah, it's all good, man.
Who you think?
I love y'all, man.
Knox
It's
and
dope.
Mike Brown. I appreciate that.
No, it's dope.
Who you think would have had a better career?
Vikings ain't got no championship rings, so they ain't talking.
None. Ain't thought about one.
Oh wow.
Ain't thought about one. That's what I'm saying.
Might be our year.
No.
Maybe. Hey, you never know, man. You never know. Knox or Brown? Who you think?
Mike Brown was good, man.
Mike Brown was really good.
Y'all be bringing up Mike Brown like he from '85.
He was nice though.
Is
He
he
was
from
nice.
'86, '87? No, he from the '90s.
2000s.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That was nice. For his
At
position,
85, nobody got brought up yet.
but like that injury slowed him down. Once you fuck your Achilles up, you lose a lot of speed, you lose a lot of push off. And you could tell the speed difference after that injury.
That's respect.
He still had enough IQ to play the game, but he was never the same.
Yeah.
Great defender. Defense is a very hard position. But the type of talent that I seen in Johnny Knox early, when we didn't really have the greatest of quarterbacks throwing to him, and the production he was having out of a non-passing system, was predominantly running, but when we passed him, he could grab the ball and then run for 30 or 40 yards after that.
Okay, now I know the year.
That's the type of athletic ability that people see out of a CD Lamb and get excited about. That's the type of speed, because he ran a 4.3. That's the type of speed that you get excited about if you're a Dallas fan or something when you see Amari Cooper when you draft him. Like shit like that. When you see shit like that out of somebody you just get, you get excited. And Mike Brown, I was excited, but I was ecstatic about how Johnny Knox's performance was when we really weren't that good on offense, and how he was able to make it to a Pro Bowl out of the really 2 years he played, got injured early kind of in that third year. I don't really count that third year. I'd say about mid-season. I don't really count it that much. Like I said, we weren't really throwing the ball. But the production I seen out of him, how he would go get it and then run for it after that. Like, you really had to give that man, like, that's an excitement you see. That's excitement the Steelers that got out of Juju Smith, when they first got him. That's excitement that the Chiefs fan had got out of Tyreek Hill when they had him. The excitement you got of Justin Jefferson when you seen him his rookie year, you was like, God damn, this nigga fast. Like shit like that. Like that excitement. That's what he had gave the Bears. And I think that excitement was a far more better impact, and I would have to go with probably Johnny Knox than from Mike Brown, because I was more excited about his impact on the offense when we weren't doing a lot compared to our defense, because we were kind of stacked on defense. And he came into a good system.
There's always things.
And he came into a good system, and there were other people who were equally as consistent. And not as down, but equally as consistent. When you have people who play with you into that level, it's hard to be like, damn, he's better than him, because they're all playing at a great level. That's like it was hard when, like, with the Legion of Boom was together, it was hard to be like, who was better?
Yeah,
was it right? Was it Cam? Was it
Russell Wilson? Stop.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
wins
who
come
was
from
it?
all offense. It was Legion of Boom that
Right.
was making.
But when you broke them up into pieces,
turn into points.
when you broke them all up into pieces and stuff,
couldn't even
they
point out nobody. It was
they
going
weren't
crazy.
really as equal as they
Man.
once were. But like I said, like he suffered from a better system, where I feel like Johnny Knox had to kind of be the standout in the system. So I gotta go with Johnny Knox.
Johnny Knox made his own. He was only one.
Brown. You going with Knox? Yeah, I went with Knox. You with Knox? That's why you say you know.
Y'all ain't on the Bears, man.
We got 2-1, man. I went with Mike Brown, man. Y'all both went with Johnny Knox. I don't think it's really a wrong answer.
It's real, man.
Kind of sad both of those guys got hurt, but
Man,
hey, that's
really.
that's football.
Part of the game.
That's the way it is, man. Old Heads episode 32, man. Have Merry Christmas out there, y'all. You already know what time it is. It's time to end this thing. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Caucasian.
Hey, can I say this before we go?
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna say this before we go, man. Check this out. Your boy Detroit Maywell is in the building with the man. Here to get the sports knowledge. So every time y'all see me, man, don't judge it, just listen.
Yes, sir.
And I promise you always gonna learn something or get a different perspective on what you might think automatically. So that's why we here, man. Sports talk with the best, man. Old Heads Podcast.
Appreciate it, man. Man, you know how we're gonna end this thing, man. B.I., please tell the people what time it is.
Trade yourself.
Trade your motherfucking self. If you have not seen this end of this part of the segment, it's how we end every segment. It's called Trade Yourself. Trade yourself is basically a way of telling you ain't gotta cuss nobody out, but it's that one person. We normally try to keep it to sports, but if it's somebody out there, it's like your boss. It could be your kid. It could be your wife, your baby mama. And they just getting on your nerves. Don't cuss them out. It's the holiday season. You just need to. You won't know what. You just need to trade yourself. I ain't gonna cuss you out. I ain't gonna say you look like, you know what I'm saying, blase. But motherfucker, you need to trade yourself. You need to change your attitude. So we normally try to keep it in sports. So, and hey, it's episode 32. It's the Hendo Bowl. We've been getting lit, man. We got tacos upstairs, man. It's the holiday season. But man, who need to trade themselves real quick, man? Who need to trade themselves? Who want to kick it off?
Give it to him,
man.
Give it to him raw, man.
Shami?
No, whoever gonna give him to sushi raw.
Who need to trade themselves?
Give him to
Tory
him
Lanez.
fish raw.
Oh,
Trade your motherfucking self, man.
He just jumped out
I
the
was,
boat.
man, I had stood on, buddy. I had stood on him like, man, Tory ain't do this. This man is 5'6", held the pistol, told Shorty, shake that motherfucking ass, I'm gonna blow the motherfucking feet off. And literally, just like they did on Harlem Nights, he tried to throw that motherfucking pinky toe off and shot Shorty in the ankle. When I read all that shit, man, you made me look like a dick, man. Fuck you, Tory. You was an asshole for that. I don't know how you say fuck you in Canadian, but nutshell.
He had both of them somewhere
You was a
already.
dick, nigga.
But he had,
Now he got
he
the
had
time.
both of them already, right?
Well, he had the pistol to Shorty. He said, man, shake that ass on the floor. He was in there like a little mob boss. Like, hey, now, shop. Nah, little bitch, man, shake that ass, bitch. I know I'm little, but yeah, you can shake it. Oh, we want to dance? Pow, dance. He tried to, come on, man. Come on,
I never
man.
asked
Hey,
mention.
Tory.
Allegedly.
I didn't
You
ask
know, he
questions
got
to know.
found guilty.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
And the system.
Listen,
We're not talking about that. We talking about how you just put that together.
Man, I'm disappointed, my man.
Hey,
You making too much money to do that, man. Trade yourself, nigga. That's the trade yourself moment, man. He should have did that, man.
Who needs to trade?
Another
themselves?
honorable mention is, of course,
Trade
again, the
yourself.
NBA schedule makers. You already know what time it is. The NBA schedule makers, man, the motherfuckers keep doing 2 games in 12 games. It's stupid as hell. One night is 2 games, the next night is 12 games. The shit is stupid.
okay.
I don't know why they keep doing that shit. But,
So you
yeah,
ain't with that.
that's honorable mention. Yeah.
You don't know what it's
I've been
ESPN,
saying that
TNT,
before. I just keep
NBA
saying
TV,
it.
you don't
So
know.
Maybe
That's what you
somebody for
saying?
the first time they ever hit
I
it
felt you on that.
with any influence hit this show for one time and be like, you know what, man, you need to change your damn. That's the only reason why I keep saying this shit. But the real trade yourself is a real trade. Is a real trade. Actually, this week though, either Trae Young or LaMelo Ball. So like a New York Knicks or like a big market team. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Not like a star-studded team.
Who's
But
not
like,
going
I
to
just
the
want
Hall
to
of
see
Fame
these dudes. Really more LaMelo than Trae because I feel like Atlanta can be a spot that people could come to. So I like Trae being there already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But LaMelo especially.
Let me pick you back one time before you get into that LaMelo situation.
Trae Young can leave Atlanta.
How many times have you seen Atlanta in competition? How many times have you seen Atlanta with the best record and still get their ass bust? Atlanta, their problem, although they can put together a good team, is they can't do shit in the playoffs.
That's all they be
Ever.
doing now though. They don't be having
Ever,
a
though.
good record in the regular season no more. They had that 1 year with the good record. The last 2 years they ain't had a good record.
No, but they make the
still
playoffs,
busting
though.
somebody down.
But they make it to the playoffs,
and
and
they'll
what?
bust somebody down.
No,
Look at
because
Trae
they
Young and help you
busted.
bust somebody
They just
down.
made it to the
If
Eastern
you put some
Conference
motherfuckers
Finals
around
2 years
Trae Young,
We gotta
y'all
see.
win. If you
There's
put
somebody
Trae
already
Young
around
with
Trae
LaMelo Ball,
Trae Young
they
already got
fucking
people
somebody up.
Collins.
They fucking somebody right up. They think
the
too quick,
Houston
moving
one,
too
the
quick.
Houston.
They letting that 3 go
The
for
Houston
way
one.
So
they getting everybody else involved.
So which
These 2 niggas
Yeah.
together
with
I
your
like
Atlanta
the
pick, with your
Spurs
Atlanta
boy.
pick, do you think they
Yeah,
can
the
get
Spurs.
better with what they got?
Devontae Murray.
Or do you think they stay in that middle?
Long,
Because they don't look like they're getting better this year
Stretch
right now with what they
Armstrong.
got.
Depending on who you
Nice.
put with them.
Nice.
Now I said both them 2 going somewhere, but what if both them 2 went to the same place?
Yeah.
those two dudes, in my opinion,
Yeah, you say to go to the Knicks and make them better?
Trade yourself
Where?
segment.
You say one of them go to the Knicks or something and make them better? Like
but
what?
I did say that at
You
first.
said the Knicks.
What I'm saying now is, since I mentioned them both, the two, if you put them both on the same team, they fucking somebody else.
One of them go to the Heat?
Facilitators. If
You said
LaMelo
they
go
like-
to Atlanta and play with him.
What if one of them
both
go to the
them
Heat?
go to the Heat? I said the Heat. I had the Heat.
The
written
reason I
down,
say
got
because
the
I
Knicks
don't
written
think
down.
Tyler Hero or Duncan
I
Robinson
definitely
gonna
said
stay there.
LaMelo
I don't
to the
think one of
Heat.
them gonna stay there that long.
I definitely
think one of
said
them leave.
LaMelo to the Heat. You know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
see that working.
I definitely said that. But now that
I can
further
definitely see
think
that.
about this shit, if you put the two of them together, that's ugly.
What about if one of them went to the Cavaliers? Who would work out better?
Cavaliers need third.
They already have a. I would
Cavaliers
say
need third.
LaMelo.
I would
Because
say
he can
Cavaliers
play the
need
three
third.
more. He can play off ball more than
Who,
Trey. Trey would
LaMelo?
have to have the ball, and they got
No,
Garland.
Darius Garland got the ball.
Yeah, Garland
LaMelo
got
need the ball.
Yeah.
Darius Garland got the ball.
Look, no, LaMelo really don't need the
And
ball to
Donovan
be
Mitchell
efficient.
will take the ball.
Yeah,
And
Trey need
hold
the
the
LaMelo,
ball.
and LaMelo can be the coldest third dude on the team in the league because he gonna get his 20.
That's a
LaMelo gonna
fact.
get his
Cavaliers
20 and he
strap.
gonna show out a little bit.
Because he gets a very quiet 20 in the
He
games
can
that
get
he
a
do.
quiet
It's
20.
very quiet.
Yeah.
Cavaliers.
Yeah,
These little
yeah.
threes here and there.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be a 3 in the beginning of the quarter,
Yeah.
end of the quarter.
And he'll speed the game up on you. He'll get a rebound, then look down court and throw that bitch
Yep,
before he
yep.
dribble or some shit to a motherfucker that's already running right on point.
Trey Young then went to them strip clubs in Atlanta. He done got that presidential treatment from
He never got
Future
that
and
hair back on
Gucci.
top of his head.
He done got hair treatment and,
Nah,
and know what
dog.
the difference between BBLs and real
Low
beauties. He
key.
ain't leaving Atlanta
He
no
looks like
time
a
soon.
French
Now probably
Canadian.
2 years, B. I love what you said.
He got
And
Egyptian
a beard
color
like a prison sentence.
with an
Like
A-Rab
a beard
fade.
with good time. He'll leave Atlanta.
Good time. Who need to trade themselves, Dietrich?
Dude, I'm going, dog.
Dietrich,
I'm
who's gonna
sorry,
trade
it's
themselves?
up. I'm
Who
sorry.
trading themselves this week?
Who trading themselves?
All right, trade yourself. Deshaun Watson.
Damn, again? How he
No,
hit the list?
no, okay.
He's a
Because as
freaking
long as
flyer.
he think he going to Cleveland Browns, he got to stay there, and I don't think he ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to equip your whole team. You a whole new quarterback.
Fam, for $260 million, what you finna do?
Not touch none of them girls he
No,
touched.
your ass
Them
finna be in
cages.
Cleveland. Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
I want Boy
they,
Scouts.
They could tell you to go to the worst team in the NFL for $260 million.
not
You gonna be
gonna
like, shit,
prosper.
catch you there.
I just hate.
I holler at you, bro. You gonna be in training camp? I'm gonna be the first nigga
But
to.
don't get me wrong. I think he was not set up, but it was something that he was blindsided from because he was so properly taken care of in Texas.
But fam,
You
listen,
know what I'm
listen.
saying? Like he's in Texas.
Any time,
monumental
at any time, if you find any organization
They set it up
that's
for you.
willing
You
to
keep doing it
invest
every day.
$260 million in a 4-year contract and you ain't played in 2.5 years, you're gonna take that contract. I can't say that man is wrong for taking that because hell, you be a dummy not to.
But the Browns
That's
take all
that's
the
like
Pro
looking at
Bowl leagues.
but that's like looking at Carmelo.
Probationary.
No, but that's like looking at Carmelo and telling Carmelo, don't take that money, go get you a ship. And he's like, nigga, the money though, god damn,
New York.
nigga, the money,
He set
nigga,
records though.
this money.
I mentioned that all
But
the time.
Carmelo set records. That's why.
But
I
that-
said,
that-
he the only
no,
one
but-
that went to
but
Carmelo.
nigga,
Not wrong for
my
taking
nigga.
that money.
What?
You
No.
gotta
But listen,
think
hear me out.
He
What
did
the
it.
fuck is setting records and getting the money when all the niggas around you is getting rings?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
he
get
said-
it. Don't get me wrong.
he
I do
said
not fault
legacy.
this thing. I
I
don't
feel
shame
you
that
saying.
man. I don't say he down for that. But damn,
It's
you
setting up
all,
your family.
all they got you on camera is like, man, you know, I take pride in my Olympic rings. Like, nigga, because you don't have a real ring. That's why. Because D Wade and LeBron got real fucking rings. You the
Well,
only one out the
you
one that ain't got no
changed up when
goddamn
the
ring.
war started.
But you took the money.
Yeah.
Early in that shit, they gave the same money to LeBron, but you wasn't LeBron up first, but you took that money.
Yeah, that boy was taking.
Meanwhile,
that
hey,
50
but meanwhile,
million
B.I.,
type shit.
don't get me wrong.
Extra 50
Hey,
million sound
D-Wade was
nice
taking
every
pay cuts.
year.
Don't get it wrong.
I'm trying to
D
tell
Wade
you.
was taking pay cuts.
And he got mad. He had to come
D
to
Wade was taking
Chicago
pay
to
cuts. He
get
said,
his
"Look,
little
man, I did it by myself, but I want to be a repeat. One isn't good enough. I'll take a pay cut,
Wade
mind
did
you,
some real
because
shit.
at the end of D Wade's contract over there with the
That's
Heat,
why he doing
he
fuck
was
shit
fighting
with
Pat
him.
Riley for that money. And
Exactly.
he said one or two things
That's
before he
why
came to the Bulls.
Chicago.
Thank you. Before he came to the Bulls, he
Yeah.
got his money.
Yeah.
shot the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Shout out to D-Wade for keeping it real though. He got that money
Well, be
though.
honest.
From all them pay cuts he
I
took
heard
to
actually
get them
Pat
rings.
Riley would have matched that. Later on, I heard Pat would.
But hey, if a nigga don't want to
Pat
pay you,
Riley
you gonna
is,
take some type of disrespect. Hey, listen,
Yeah.
you want it with just
He
him and
gonna make
Shaq
sure
and a
he-
couple of little
he
pieces.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Care about your
Come on, dog.
Man.
You know what you got right here.
That first ring.
You winked on me because I
That
was
first
injury
ring
prone.
wasn't
You
about
that's what it
Shaq.
was. You winked on me
Shaq
because of the
wasn't gonna
injuries.
cheat that final. D-Wade took over that
But
fight.
that's-
But you
what
winked
they
on me
had-
because of them injuries. That's what it was.
Can
When
I
you got
say this,
injured, you
though?
didn't want to invest in that.
Can I ask the old head podcast this? The people that win championships, no matter what sport, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, you have to be top to bottom collectively, like you know what I'm saying, in tune, intact.
Mental, physical,
Everything. Everybody comfortable with their
sometimes
position.
spiritual. Shit.
Everything. You better.
Right.
All I'm saying is,
Kareem.
it's some people that can buy championships.
Yep. Dallas.
They can buy it.
Patriots.
They
Miami.
can either build it and hope it
LA.
works, or they can buy it as in fix it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we talking about.
But the people who buy it have to be in a situation where they know what pieces they buy.
Oh, yeah.
For instance, the Rams
But we see that.
when the Rams
We
bought
see
their
it.
championship, they sold for the next 4 or 5
Kurt
years
Warner.
because they played with the pieces of their future. They let all them draft picks to go to get pieces that they wanted. Von Miller, OBJ, pieces they
Everybody.
knew that was going to fulfill their shit and put them over the top. When
Exactly.
Miami went and got LeBron, they said that first year, okay, that was the building phase. That next
They
year,
told them what they were gonna do.
Ray Allen, all the motherfuckers, they got all the pieces that they knew was
We
going
want
to be a
somebody that
complete
shoot threes. We
team.
want somebody that be in the post. We
When
want
LeBron went back to Cleveland, and it was him
He
and
did the same
Kyrie,
thing.
they lost. They came back and said, well, these are the pieces we need to make this a complete team.
But LeBron still did it with not putting it
When
together,
LeBron went
though.
to LA,
He
and they
didn't
had
put
that
shit
good
together. That was
team,
like-
and they had
that was like
AD,
slaggish motherfuckers.
Rondo,
Mike Miller,
niggas that were
Shane
leaders on and off the
Battier,
floor. They
fucking,
wanted good team.
The other
Niggas that do it got they you gotta know
Daniel
when
Gibson,
you gotta know when to put the
Mo
money in
Williams,
when you
he
have
did
the
it with
window.
Some motherfuckers that didn't supposed to be there.
Some people know good times to put the money in when they had that window of opportunity. And like I said, when the Cowboys were known for doing it, they put the money up and they had success. When the Niners are doing it, like they're doing it now, they put the money. They usually have success. When you got it, you do it good.
But you still had that
When,
click,
no,
that
even,
click.
even I go back further. When the Texans had it, when they had Deshaun Watkins, you know what I'm saying,
That click,
playing his
bro.
best. When they had Hopkins playing his best. When they were one of the top 2-3 duos in the league and shit like that. Mind you, then J.J. Watt on defense. Don't act like they weren't set up for success. They had a window of opportunity. Niggas got hurt. Motherfuckers didn't do it, and they went down. Mind you, they made it to the playoffs off that shit.
Yeah, they had a decent defense. Back
And they
then.
made it off that. But then they dwindled. That window of opportunity started
Why Eli
closing.
Manning?
That's it.
Why
That's
Eli
it.
Manning got a Super Bowl?
Because he capitalized on the windows of opportunity that was in. And then even Peyton, his brother, when he went over to
When he
Denver,
won, Peyton won.
Denver with
the same
Denver. That's
way
the
as
perfect.
his
That's the perfect. He
Marvin
capitalized on a
Harrison,
good
James,
defense
The people he
and some
started
weapons.
with
The
before he
Marius
left,
Thomas, all them that
he
they
got
had,
one, didn't he?
and they
And
went.
he got another one in Broncos.
I'm just saying.
But they
Why
got
do you
one
think
when
Tom
he was
Brady
playing.
was so successful with that Buccaneer team that did? That was a set-up team. All they needed was a veteran quarterback to put the ball where all their pieces was going to be. It was set up. You can't help but to win. You have every good piece and you paid for
Everybody
it.
got
You
one.
paid your soul. Leonard Fournette. You got anybody who could do everything. Sua. You know what I'm saying? You got anybody who can do everything.
It was dope, man.
Vua. The other D tackle. Like, I'm just saying, you paid for it. Via vet, yeah.
Shout out to all the teams that won a Super Bowl that, you know what I'm saying, that just locked in.
Hey, shout out to teams that know what they're doing.
Trade yourself this week, man. I don't have
Trade your-
anybody, man.
trade your damn
Not
self.
this- Not this week, man. I don't got
It's the
nobody.
holidays.
It's the
Don't trade yourself
holiday
this week.
season. I don't want nobody to trade themselves. I want everybody out there to be careful,
That's a
man.
good one.
Be safe out
That's a
there,
good one.
man. So nobody for me this week.
Shout out.
Anybody else trade themselves? No.
No, I ain't
Good,
got
man.
one.
All right, Merry
Happy
Christmas,
holidays,
man.
We
Yeah.
did a
Shout
holiday
Shout
special.
out to KO Car Wash on the $10 pull-ups, man.
Thank
You
you.
can
yeah.
pull up on
Oh,
them
yeah.
for $10 plus,
Shout
man.
out-
They'll get the snow, the salt off your car,
Shout out
everything,
DG
man. Lacrosse Street, man.
Thoroughbred. Man, shout out Hope
Big shout out to
Stores.
Thoroughbred.
Shout out to Black Student Leadership. Shout out to Shondale. Shout out to
Press break.
Press Break. Yeah, Nino, Fred, George.
Man, big
all
shout
the,
out, man.
Family, man. Miss Fifi.
HBCU, shout out to y'all, man.
Shout
Merry
out to
Christmas,
HBCU.
man. Hey, if y'all got any extra money and all y'all privileged people out there would like to help something out, send some money to them HBCUs, man. It's a young brother out there trying to get their tuition right, trying to get their shit together, man. Young brothers trying to make it, man. That's where you see your money.
Shout out to him, man. I seen him grinding over the weekend and over the past other weekends. So shout out to him, man. He definitely been doing his thing. So you already know we supporting all that. Miss Fifi, Press Break, Smash Time.
Breath of Fresh, man. My man Focus, Breath of Fresh, man.
Breath of Fresh. Please check out Breath of Fresh.
Shout him out.
Yeah, man. On the south side, if you guys on the south side, check out Breath of Fresh. Sneaker Restoring.
Father Focus.
Father Focus.
That's my man. Shout out Father Focus, man.
Sneaker Restoration.
Can't wait till I get my interview.
If you look for any type of Supreme, anything like that, any of the latest fashion that you're not going to find.
He did my Viking shoes. He did my Viking shoes when I went to the week 1 game.
Got that cookie gumball machine, man. $5 gumballs, man. Shout out to dog.
Yeah, the Supreme gumball machine, man. Super dope. But yeah, man, Old Heads, episode 32, man. It was the Hendo Bowl today. We coming back next week. Same time, we probably gonna be more lit. That's gonna be New Year's Eve, man. Man, we gonna be lit, man. We gonna be lit. So
I might have my titties out.
Hey,
do the video chat. I'll be in the deals or something.
Oh man, that's
do the video chat. Check in with me.
That's what's up.
I always gotta get my sports fix.
That's what's up, man. Old Heads, episode 32. We out of here, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Peace
Like
and love.
I'm your co-host, O'Milly, aka that dude, aka O'Milly, aka Mr. Rello. If you know. So happy, man. If y'all please, man, go to Old Heads on YouTube. Please go subscribe, man. Check us out, man.
Subscribe, share.
Yeah, please and share. Please share, man.
Let loose on y'all on a holiday.
Man, we need all that love, man. We trying to bring y'all the best content that we can, man. We're gonna keep bringing y'all this dope content, man. Keep bringing up some old players, man. A lot of these young cats don't know about, man, and that's what it's all about, man. It's about bridging that gap between the old school and the new school. Old Heads, episode 32. It was the Hendo Bowl. We had a ball, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. We out of here.
Oh, whoa, hold on. We forgot to shout out, man. Look out for the new Old Head merch, man. We got something coming up in January, man. I think a lot of people might have missed out on our Christmas sweaters, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's limited for a little bit, but hey, we're going to have that next Christmas too. Don't forget, plus some new stuff. And then we got some new January stuff, man. We got a bunch of shit in the mix, man. Tell you, be looking out for the merch, man. Now we out.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Good shit.
That shit fun.
What time is it?
Heavy lifted by 8.